And welcome back, everyone. Nice start. This is all.
Great start.
Everybody's...
Where is it?
Oh god.
Oh, here.
I made it disappear.
Here.
Oh, thanks.
This is also definitely the most flattering angle of me that could possibly exist. There you go.
Do you want it to be worse?
It could
Yes, do it. Who's everyone?
We're fucking
Let's
professional.
get back to the
We're not
Yeah, welcome.
professionals. I mean, look at how we look.
Welcome
Right.
back.
They don't see it yet.
Oh,
They
right.
don't see it yet.
You
I
spoiled.
mean, they could here. I can
Yay!
Yes.
I can do this ugly.
Yes.
As you should.
Little- I love Christmas.
Don't we all?
If the Grinch was a person, it'd be me.
You're not against Christmas?
No, I just. Bruh.
Welcome everyone to the next topic. That's not Christmas. To the 38th episode of Unravel.
Already.
Today we're going to be picking it up.
Should have been the 69th episode.
Well, we're not there yet.
Better.
This session will be partially a downtime session, which means we'll be going from player to player, as you guys have decided to stay in the city of Rainville for a total of 9 weeks.
9
You can
months.
have a baby in that time.
I mean, if you hurry up, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. In the
Works can work fast.
Shall
I
we
guess.
9 months.
try?
Anyways, welcome to the Christmas episode. I guess. Yeah, sorry, I gotta turn Zero off because she's not here. So yeah, we're missing a Zero today, which is like ooh, big sad because she's sick.
And we tried Discord.
But that wasn't gonna work on her end because internet bad. So the 6 of you, including Theodore,
Oh, right.
Horses.
at the end of a day, or no, in the middle of the day actually, you guys arrive, seeing the city of Rainville in the distance at the eastern coast of the continent, which is your goal. Once you arrive in Rainville, what is you guys' first order of business?
To get a place to sleep, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Sleep. Okay. What time is it?
You're arriving a little bit around midday, a little later, like 1, 2 p.m.
Then drinking.
Lots of drinking.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, same.
Hey, where you guys going?
Somewhere we can drink and sleep.
I mean, wouldn't it be around Christmas for the party either way?
No.
Does Christmas even exist?
We already had New Year's
already
Eve.
New Year.
So,
Christmas
yeah.
was quite a while ago, which also does not exist here.
So,
There's no Jesus here.
There's no Jesus here.
Then what's
Or Christianity.
Yeah, I know, right?
okay.
Jesus.
But there are a number of places to stay,
Next campaign I'm gonna be here.
which I guess I'm gonna have to explain.
A Christian.
I want
Just a
to.
Christian.
Is it
I
the
know.
blue lady or the other thing?
I mean, it's on that laptop if you want.
Yeah.
To look it up.
Because I want to
You
go
can grab
there.
the laptop and look it up. But I'm also opening it up.
It's really heavy. Without a password. Ooh.
There's no password. Oh, you can just enter it. Best
The
password.
blue lady or the misty windscreen I want to go to.
There are a variety of... Okay, so the way I did this, because you guys are going to be staying here for a while...
Beer was a mistake.
Yep.
You can take it off.
No! No, if you start the game with the beard, you keep the damn beard.
But it's really tight,
If you
right?
play a dwarf,
Around
Gage is
here.
always wear that. Next campaign.
You're like a female dwarf.
No, female dwarf would have a shorter beard.
Yep.
No,
Not this one.
Yeah,
Not
I
this
guess.
one.
I use the right oils.
Usually.
Essential oils.
Well, it's Georgina, right?
Yeah.
Georgina
I mean,
would
I have
agree
the
with
right height for a dwarf.
But,
Okay.
you. I'm Brian Goodbarrel.
but the way
Except for
the way that this now works, or I want to start working, if you want to remain in the city for a longer period of time, it's actually going to matter where you choose to sleep.
Oh.
Because I thought that was interesting.
Yep.
Oh, right.
You can also choose to go to restaurants, which will give a similar benefit. You have levels of wealth within D&D, which can be found in the expenses tab, which include aristocratic, wealthy, comfortable, modest, poor, and squalid.
And comfortable for one in.
Affordable. And they all require a different amount of money to stay at one of their rooms. But if you stay in a room of a certain quality, every night that you stay there, you gain temporary hit points.
Can I?
Depending on
Set
the...
up a tent.
If you do that, then it brings down the value. Basically, what you can do is you can keep stacking these hit points, these temporary hit points, until you hit half your hit point maximum. And then if you leave and you start sleeping in places that are not equally comfortable, you lose 10 temporary hit points per night that you stay somewhere else. Which means if you stay in a city for a long period of time, like your guys are going to be doing now, you can actually rack up quite a few hit points. And then if you travel somewhere and then come into a fight, you still have some temporary hit points left from that time of comfort. Similarly, you can also choose to go to taverns or restaurants where you don't necessarily would have to stay. For example, if you go to a village that's a little smaller and you don't want to sleep in a room, or you want to sleep in a tent, you can still choose to go to a tavern or a restaurant to gain temporary hit points for a little cheaper price, which work in the same way. I'm pretty sure.
So we get rewarded for paying.
Staying in an inn or hotel, you may staying in an inn or hotel may provide you with temporary hit points. These hit points stack up to half your max hit points. Each long rest you finish in a less ideal location, you lose 10 temporary hit points.
I mean, a tent is a pretty ideal location, I have to say.
Aside from that, you can go to the taverns and restaurants separately, which work by finishing a meal. You gain temporary hit points. These temporary hit points last until you lose them, or until you go a day without eating any food. Which a general consensus is that you eat something every day, so you would keep these hit points until you lose them, basically. The amount of hit points you can get this way cannot exceed 4 times your proficiency modifier. So that hit point pool can be a little lower than the one you can get from inns or tavern, or from inns or hotels. So there is kind of your choice where you want to stay, because it varies from 7 copper pieces to 4 gold pieces a night, a person. And you guys have a decent party fund, but at the same time,
Yeah, screw that.
you what?
We're not gonna pay 4 gold per night.
Or that. You're also going to be staying somewhere for 9 weeks.
Just do comfortable, right? It's 8 silver pieces.
Squalid. Just have it set up a tent.
I mean, that's up to you. So, as you guys enter into Rainville, some of you know of the different places you can stay at. It doesn't take too long to figure out where you can stay. Where do you guys want to stay?
Honestly, I wouldn't care. I could sleep in a
Either
tent.
the blue lady or one above.
I'd rather go to a
Which
tent.
one?
The blue lady.
Le Dame Bleu.
There are different names are also in
French or Genoa.
C'est très beau. Français.
I don't speak French.
There's also names in English.
Yeah, I know.
But it says the blue lady
Of
here.
français. Oh,
Le
maybe.
Dame Bleu is pretty, you know.
Yeah,
Voulez
the
coucher
one
avec
above.
moi?
Ce soir.
How the fuck would you pronounce that?
L'Auberge des Vents Bruno. The Misty Winds Inn, okay? That's how you pronounce it. Like,
Yeah.
I
Or-
probably butchered the pronoun. Whatever. But it's a restaurant. No,
No, it's in.
Why did I
But that's
here?
wealthy.
I can just see her suffering. Just constantly.
That's why it's
It's
worth.
horrible.
Put it off then.
Yet.
No.
Keep it on. Stick me in your nose. That was a joke.
She doesn't get jokes.
I don't understand.
People are entirely literal.
She's special.
Yeah.
Where do we want to go?
That's true. I'm very special. I mean, I would say.
Also on the website you can find one shop inventory, a more important one, and a couple other things. You can also find the names of like artisan shops, like a general shop or jeweler or smithy or whatever. So, could you not? That makes me uncomfortable.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Makes me so uncomfortable.
I'm so sorry.
By the
What's
way,
the
I'm
noise?
pretty sure none of you
Not
keep
the
track of the
implication.
party funds. I'm
No.
pretty sure that's with 0.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if
Here
somebody
we go.
would write it down, I will note down
write
your
it
current
down.
party funds, which
Yep.
may be of importance. 33 platinum pieces,
Okay, I'm not doing it if I know.
584 gold pieces, 584,
How many platinum?
33,
3.
That's a lot.
690 silver, and 1,315 copper.
15.
15.
Yeah.
1315.
How many eternal coins?
What?
So how many is
So
in
what?
total?
Ethereum. How much,
Ethereum.
Ethereum.
how much do we have on that?
The crypto?
Yes. How many Bitcoin do we have?
None. You guys are not. You guys are not woke investors, I'm afraid.
Shit.
We
Well,
should be.
Who's the Elon Musk of this world?
Do I have a Dogecoin?
Ah.
The Dodge coin, not the Doge coin. No, it doesn't exist. I'm sorry.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Boomer.
So,
Yeah. That's a fool.
That's another state.
so guys,
Another bruise.
Doesn't work.
you guys ride around partially through the city. Theodore, who's been keeping quiet most of the ride, kind of goes, so, I know they were planning on staying for a while, but where?
In a tent, of course.
Also, this is not, like, I'm fine with waiting, you know, a little bit for the expedition so we can properly prepare, but at the same time, that's a lot of expenses that will not be coming from the fund of this expedition.
We know. That's
What
okay.
are you trying to say?
I will not be paying for your stay.
Oh no, that's fine.
Alright, so it's up to you where you want to stay, but...
Okay.
As long as you pay for yours.
Well, yes, of course, that's fair, and I can afford that, but... You would lots of people. So,
We can afford our.
Good.
So.
that's good.
Shall we go to the blue lady? Because I like ladies dressed in blue.
But I'm in red now.
Your mini is in blue.
Isn't Angie also disguised?
Yeah.
I thought you were,
Normally
thought you were
she's
gonna
dressed in
say
blue.
something.
You see, I'm disguised.
Yep.
Isn't Angie disgusting?
Yes, she is.
Damn.
Isn't Angie also disgusting?
That's a little harsh.
Yep.
Dang.
I mean, this is just...
bad.
I mean,
Just gave her a kiss.
this is just Angie's disguise,
Angie's
right?
disguise.
Yeah, this
It's
is
fake
just
Your
beard.
Santa Claus. Yeah. Great.
the nose, the big nose with the glasses.
Yeah.
Hey!
The fake beard.
I don't know.
It's a comedy. No, not a comedy icon.
Okay.
Wow.
Alright.
go hard.
It's that big.
Damn, you
No.
really put in that there.
But also the beard is just
No,
like
you have
flat.
the fake nose with glasses.
Why you gotta do it like that?
I'm not saying that you're wearing that now.
It is big with that mustache under it.
Don't say that. It's not big.
It is.
No.
No, it's pretty
It's
big.
bigger
It's-
than normal.
It really
No, it's
accentuates
fine.
your features.
It's fine.
So.
You should put it up.
Your nose just happens to be out there.
Not in
Saving
there?
the wind.
I mean,
It is
mine
kinda out there.
huge.
Yes, that's true.
Anyways.
My nose.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Anyways.
I know.
This is derailed already.
Where are you guys going?
The blue lady.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, you can go to something a little bit more aristocratic if you want to. But...
No.
You want to spend 4 gold?
But we could go to there, right?
You can go even cheaper, yes.
No, that's not cheaper.
The sword deck.
You only noticed when we said it out loud.
Was it on stream, that sound?
So day, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys
That's so fucking nasty, can you please?
You like really?
You're
It's
so.
not.
Put it up!
No,
Yeah, she,
but don't do that.
she should.
Then it will like
Alright.
be.
You guys want to go to the blue lady?
With
What level of quality is the blue lady?
comfortable,
What's the social standing?
wealthy.
Comfortable,
Comfortable.
wealthy. Oh no, modest, comfortable.
Modest to comfortable. Aye. That means you can pay at that location anything between modest and comfortable.
And what's modest and comfortable?
Well, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see how much it costs, depending on the
Scroll
social.
down a little bit.
Modest is 5 silver pieces, and comfortable is 8 silver pieces.
No, but we can go even.
So
But
Poor
we
dude,
would
kind
be,
of cheap.
then we would be able to also go to the Misty.
Hypothetically speaking.
we could also just like go out of the city and put
No.
down tents.
No.
Also,
How many
completely
nights
different.
exactly are we staying here?
9 weeks.
9 weeks.
9 weeks.
Times
Which is-
seven.
So 9
It's about the
times 7.
same, because you guys... This
So
is the first
it's-
night, and then your last night you're also staying there.
63?
Who said you can get? Never.
9 times 7,
Nine
basically.
63?
Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
64.
63.
What's this?
I'm checking now.
No, it's
I like-
63, I'm pretty sure.
9 times 7 is 63.
No.
And your
So that would be 60.
70 minus
Yeah.
7.
It's 63.
So 315 silver pieces for those who want to be modest.
Only 300?
315.
Yeah. I mean, that's really cheap.
You can go
Silver
more
pieces?
expensive.
It's really not
You
that
just
much.
want us
You
to
guys
spend
have,
our money.
You guys have a lot of party funds.
That's with that
Which
one.
we will need in future.
Like that's not even a single platinum piece from the party funds.
Well,
Yeah.
when
So we can save it to spend on nothing.
do we get a temporary hit point for each day?
Each night that you stay there, you get temporary hit points,
Yeah.
and
That's
then
great.
you get up
Because
to
you can only-
half your
It
total.
can't go higher than half, right?
No,
Yeah,
it can't-
go
it can't-
modest.
I
You
can
can't go higher than your.
I can go
half
higher
your
than
total.
24, so.
How many hit points do you get?
No reason to be comfortable.
Yeah. How many hit points do you get with modest?
I think I might want to
One.
adjust the losing hit points because 10 hit points per night is a lot. So depending on we travel a lot.
Like,
So I'll
you could do that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Just think
I'm
about
gonna change
that.
that though, because otherwise you would lose everything in 3 days, which means you can't even travel to Carleon before you lose all your hit
Oh
points.
my god. If I would gain 24 hit points.
They're temporary,
Temporary.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe 10 per week.
Okay.
and your
And
hit.
40
Or
days
7
the
per
other
week, just 1 per
You
day.
way
have to
around.
use them instantly.
Well, the temporary hit points you
Yeah.
gain from sleeping in a hotel and the ones you can get from going to a restaurant or tavern are separate pools. Like they can also stack on top of one another.
Ooh.
So that's either you can get half, you can get up to half your total hit point pool in temporary hit points from sleeping in a nice location, and at eating from in a nice location you can get up to 4 times your proficiency bonus, and that can go on top of the temporary hit points you gain from sleeping somewhere. But they are additional expenses. Which means you can get near to 90 hit points. And those you keep until you lose them, basically.
Like
Yes, you do.
But you
I
also, you know what's more expensive than any of this? 300 gold because she died.
That is true.
Dude,
You do die a
you
lot.
do be
Comparatively to the rest of the party.
And that's not even to mention if I'm gonna have to revive Jillian, that's 1,000 gold.
I'm not even saying anything about being modest because I'm totally fine with it. So I don't know why you're saying this to me.
Because we're gonna have to figure out how we get that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I have 500.
Well, that's not enough.
I also have 100.
She also has an engine.
Yeah, I also have an NG. Who wants to pay
Sugar
for
mama.
me?
Yeah, I wanted to say
Yeah.
sugar mama.
I'm practically older than her. But
She's a
okay.
cougar.
Yep.
Rawr. Okay.
You're all.
So, but how
all your
many nights
characters
do
are
we
younger
have?
than me.
63.
63. That's a lot.
You guys want to stay for 9 weeks.
That's a lot. No.
So,
So I'll go
Okay.
modest.
That's
like,
But you
Okay.
guys are staying at the Blue Lady.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I want comfortable.
You want comfortable.
Let's stay comfortable.
Alright, that costs 8 silver pieces instead of 5 for
You
every
want to be
night.
comfortable with me? Sorry.
But you also get
You,
two
you
temporary
go
hit
you
points
go
per
do
night.
comfortable rooms. We'll go in a modest room.
I mean, you can also just sleep outside the city walls.
Potentially lose everything.
But who takes Zero? I'll take Zero.
George stays here, of course. Because he's her adopted
You
father.
guys also have party
George,
friends. Like, this is the stuff your
probably.
party friends go to normally.
Probably George won't take Zero.
I mean,
Probably you will take Zero.
Why?
Or NG.
No.
because we're the moms of the group.
No?
Because Zera's your friend. She doesn't take that much space.
As you guys are discussing what to do in the Blue Lady, you guys are kind of there, and you hear Theodore going, "Well, I must admit, not the place I would choose, but to suffice it for you all, I will be staying at the Swan's Grace. You can find me there. I will let me know whenever you have finished all your preparations, and we can depart on our journey.
Yeah, have a pleasant stay.
Good luck." And Theodore leaves. He's not he's a little bit more aristocratic than this.
He doesn't want to be seen with plebs.
Yeah.
He really is even worse than any one of your family, Angie.
Yeah.
Why is it straight up?
Because.
Because it could.
I'm so bad about Angie's fan.
Pulls out a bit of his beard.
It's just as bad as Angie's beard.
So, Blue
Looks
Lady.
like it's good, but it's
How
fine.
much was the
The Blue
restaurant
Lady is
stuff?
everything. The what?
The restaurants and
The
stuff.
restaurants and stuff.
How
If you eat at an aristocratic restaurant, it costs you 2
we're
gold
not
pieces.
we're not gonna eat at the aristocratic restaurant.
Okay.
But
Why not?
Well-
I mean, you may. I'm not.
It's like 5 fat temporary hit points.
No, I don't.
I like she likes temporary hit points.
You can go eat at the aristocratic.
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna.
aristocratic
Yeah.
restaurants just get it to you faster. It's not the cheapest way,
I mean,
but it is fast. You can only eat at a restaurant once every day. Like, you can't just be like, I'm gonna dine 24 times at this one location,
I mean,
so that I have the total hit points.
how much? How many hit points could you get?
Let's
Because-
just do this the hard way. Let's get 3
There it
times
is.
a modest, 2 times a comfortable, and 2 times that top
And you guys
one.
are going to be staying for 63 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do any of you have more than 126 hit points? Basic. Because if not, you can stay at the lowest amount and get your
Yeah,
max
I
that you
wanted-
could
yeah,
get
I
from
wanted
the
to say, you
temporary
don't-
hit points.
You can just
At least
eat
for the sleeping one. That's not the food one.
For the food one even, it's 4 times your proficiency modifier. You eat 4 times at the aristocratic place and you're done.
I mean, yeah, but it's still
Could do that.
Angie. Angie
Well,
likes luxury.
You guys can go luxurious.
You can
George
do
will
that.
just do the modest way.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
So, in these 9 weeks, what comfort level do you want to stay at? Comfortable, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the one with.
So here, calculate this for yourself. That is 63 times 8.
That's 504.
Alright. Silver.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gotta
And
do
do you
math
want
and
to
shit.
do you in that time also want to get the temporary points from eating at taverns or restaurants?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay, like all the hit points, like the max hit
Oh,
points. Okay. What's your proficiency modifier right now?
That's a good question.
Plus 3,
Plus
right?
3.
Okay. Times 4 brings you to
12.
12. That means you can either eat at an aristocratic place 3 times,
4 times.
4 times, sorry, at a wealthy place 6 times, or at a comfortable place 12 times. Which one of those do you want to do?
The middle one.
The wealthy one.
Yeah.
So you only have to go there 6 times. Okay. So add to the 504 6 times 8 silver pieces.
6 8 is 552.
That's your expenses for the 9 weeks to stay there. Then you gain temporary hit points equal to half your total amount, as well as the 12 additional. Keep them separate, because the 12 that you get from eating at restaurants, you do not lose until you go a day without eating or you're damaged.
Can I pay with gold?
You can pay however the fuck you want. This is,
You can pay with copper. if
or
you want.
party funds, I don't know.
No.
Okay, so you're not
Why
allowed to
not?
pay with party funds.
No.
We're playing with
Isn't this what party
right?
funds are for?
Yeah.
No, party funds are for diamonds.
Just diamonds.
If we're gonna be honest,
I mean, if it comes from your own
There
pocket, that's fine.
33 platinum pieces in there.
It's only
how many
330.
diamonds do you think that is?
One.
I wonder if it's by
It's
diamonds.
one.
Yeah,
But
it's one.
still, we have 584 gold
That's-
pieces.
That's
If
2
you want
diamonds.
Jillian Bang, we're gonna have to save up a little.
Yeah.
We're
It's,
on a
the
tight
party.
budget here.
The party funds at the moment has 996 gold.
Are we rounding up
How
the
much?
age?
How much is this in gold?
Well, divided by 10, that much.
55.2 gold.
Yeah, so 55 gold and 2 silver.
55 gold.
You paid in gold and
Just,
silver?
just take
Yeah,
a
I
gold
got
coin.
55 in gold and
Just
then
take a
Roll
gold
it.
coin and then break off like 2/10 of it and then
Yeah,
give
that's how that
that.
works.
Just saying.
How many? Are we rounding up the
So?
half hit points one?
We'll get there.
Rounding up or rounding down?
Up, I would say. That means, well, it's
So that's
yeah.
36 for me.
you. What comfort level you're staying at?
Modest.
Modest. Okay, it's 110 per hit point a day, but you'll still reach the thing. That means
Actually,
you spend. Modest, you spend 5 silver pieces per night, so that's 63 times 5. Which one of you had a calculator? You have a calculator.
315.
315 or 15?
15.
15. Okay, so mark that.
Already have.
Are you paying in the silver or in gold or anything else?
Just silver.
Just silver. Okay.
The usual.
Okay. So 315 in silver. Then you have expenses. Do you also want to, in the same time, go to restaurants and taverns to gain the other bonus of hit points?
How much was that to get 12?
To get 12, you either 3 times 2 gold, 6 times 8 gold,
4 times 2 gold.
or 8 silver, or 12 times 5 silver.
Damn.
It's on the thing.
How much
That's a lot.
temporary hit points do I get?
Half your total hit point pool
Plus 12.
Yeah.
plus 12, but keep them separate.
Do math, because then
Keep them separate because you lose them at different rates.
No, I didn't. Oh,
it's either
okay.
5 is 60 silver pieces, or 48
Um,
silver pieces. That's even cheaper.
So how much was it in total to get just
12. It's going to
12
cost you
is
either
cheap.
12 times 5 silver, which is 6 gold.
I think so.
I think.
To get less.
6 times 8 silver, which is a little less, I think.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
less.
Or-
I think that's the cheapest option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can go 3 times 2
You're a
gold.
dwarf. You need to
Or
have
4
good
times 2
food.
gold. Yeah. Well, the difference is, in a place where you're staying as long as now, it doesn't matter that
It's the
much.
cheapest
But if you
option,
guys,
wealthy.
because I want to keep this in the game, this
Wealthy
homebrew
option.
rule.
Yeah, 8.
If you at one
times
point
6 is
go to a
48.
place and you're like, oh,
5
tomorrow
times
we're gonna go
12,
into the dungeon,
60.
then you might want to get the
So
more
if you
expensive
want
one.
the money
so you
and a
can-
good
they
food,
instantly
you
get
can
all
also-
this-
You can do
Yeah.
both.
Right. Yeah.
I'll go
Quicker.
wealthy then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I sometimes make a smart decision.
You didn't figure that out, right? No.
So 8 gold is that, right?
No, 8 silver pieces,
Well,
8
To
silver
get-
pieces.
but you have to get it 6 times.
Yeah, so 48
times
silver
6.
pieces total.
It's 4 gold and 8 silver, or 480 copper, or 48 silver,
no,
or
I'll go,
0.48.
I'll go for the 8 gold.
8 gold.
8 gold, I'm gonna eat the best food.
Okay, 8 gold.
Oh my god.
Are you spending that in gold as well? Because you can also pay it in silver or copper.
Or
Just in
platinum.
gold. Okay.
Got so much gold.
That means you also have
You
12
do
temporary
way
hit points.
less. Exactly.
That means you have half your hit point pool. And plus 12. But the 12 you don't lose until you take damage or you go a day without eating. The other ones you start losing if you start staying at less comfortable places. At a rate that is going to be a little less than 10 every night. Because you would lose them really quickly. Because you said we wanted to do your last. Chloe.
I'll do
I was
modest.
just asking. I
I'll do
wasn't
modest
saying I
and-
wanted to go last.
I'll do modest and wealthy.
Modest and wealthy,
No, zero is
like for staying. So
Yeah.
modest would be 200 or 315 silver for you as well.
Yep. And 48 silver for the other one, right?
Oh, you're
Yeah,
paying
or
all of it in
not for-
silver or in gold?
No, I'll pay 36 gold and 3 silver.
36 gold and 3 silver.
But that person that always goes, "Ah, I'm dying."
Have you figured out what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to do
Social studies.
Studies.
studies. No.
I mean, there's an academy in this city if you want to.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I want to do the sleeping part comfortable.
You're not gonna drink with
So,
me, right?
504 gold
That's gonna go
silver
wrong.
pieces.
You want it back?
Comfortable staying. And
Yes.
I want the wealthy food.
So a comfortable stay is 504 silver.
Yep.
Are you paying that in what?
I'm paying it in 50 gold pieces and 4 silver pieces.
50 gold pieces. 4 silver pieces. Okay. Are you getting the additional hit points from eating?
I want to do the wealthy way.
So that's also 48 silver for you. You're paying that in silver?
Yep.
Nice. So that's a total of 50 gold and
52.
52 silver.
Yay.
I'll ask Zira outside of the game what she wants to do.
One question: do we round these
Up,
hit
everything
points
up.
Yeah.
If the question ever comes up, do we round up? If it's in your favor, it's up. If it's in your disfavor, it's down.
It's pretty nice.
That means if it's good for you to round up, you do so,
Oh,
and if it's bad for you to round up, you don't.
Well, I'll just. Yeah.
Because
One
I'm a
side is
graceful
bigger.
god.
Shut up.
You're not even a god.
You want to test me?
Just an entity.
We shall.
I mean, in the in the
I can destroy gods with a thought.
no, in the server, the
Oh, that's
Unravel
true.
server. I'm
You're
the
Diddy Master.
god. No, I'm the god.
That's why we don't use the server anymore, guys.
That's why.
I thought it was a different server.
No, don't worry about it. No,
Um,
that's your server.
Alright.
So
Why are
all of
looking
you,
at me like that?
Because I heard you making a really strange.
that was really strange. Can you not do that? Fucking weird.
I mean, she constantly makes weird
No,
sounds.
just
Oh
don't.
god, this episode is just the beard.
Yep.
It's not actually attached to you.
We have super glue.
Yes.
Yes.
Just
Make it permanent. Now, if you do that, you point it that way.
no. Now you know if anything, any projectile will come from her mouth, it will go in that
It
direction.
will go to me.
Yeah, but not like in your face. It will like rain down on you gently, relatively.
I don't think gently is the word I'll use for that.
No, I don't.
She gently barfed on me.
She gently walked all over you.
I'm very
No.
gentle.
That's really just sounds like men writing women. She gently walked.
It's my precious beard.
All of these expenses, by the way,
Look,
come
she's
from you
George.
guys' personal pockets, right?
Yep.
Right now she's
Not from the
George.
party funds.
Not from the
Nope.
party fund.
Because we have almost 900 gold to revive Gideon.
If you turn all of the party funds into gold, you guys have 996 gold
96! Oh my god!
and
it's even
15
more.
copper, or 1 silver and 5 copper. So you're just not really not.
Just put like 4 gold in the party fund.
Then you have 15 copper too much in there.
Take out the 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just 4 gold for 15 copper. And then...
Yeah, that's a good deal.
I mean, you can pay 4 gold, then you paid 4 gold for your cousin's revival.
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, that's a pretty good deal.
Would you do
It
that?
is. Yes, I would.
I don't see you noting down anything.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. So, all of you
Should I write
guys'
it down?
long-term expenses taken care of. We'll go
The
to
most exciting game.
We're going to the portion that
Taxes.
yes. There's a 21% tax on sleeping arrangement. There's a 6% tax on any food-wise. If you're eating
This isn't Denmark.
healthy food.
Have you paid attention to what's happening here? It's going to be here as well.
Fuck.
Yeah.
If you want to eat food that has sugar in it, you do pay 6% tax. Without sugar, it's going to be 0% tax. It's very nice. No. We'll go
Wait,
into
is that
the...
for real?
Yeah.
Guess I'm gonna be broke now.
Like vegetables and fruits in the Netherlands are going to get a 0% tax.
That's
But
pretty
things
good.
with sugar in it are going to get a higher tax. So things with sugar are going to
They're
be more
finally,
expensive.
they're finally like doing something about it.
Yep.
Oh shit,
That's pretty good, actually.
that's
There
really
goes my
good.
money.
I like how everybody's like, that's a pretty good choice. And then she's just like,
Well, she's drinking cold.
that's
Yeah.
fair. That's
I
fair.
mean,
So.
Usually
usually
when I'm
drink
here,
that.
I'll also drink like one.
I mean, even if
Yeah,
it like
go on.
increases with like 6%, it's really not that much. Still, it's still probably going to be cheaper.
Just like make it 50%. Just fucking.
No.
Yes.
Alright.
Just ban it. No.
Speaking of something that we're actually going to do, the downtime portion.
Yeah.
As I said, this downtime portion will probably be split up in two sections, but
Sexy. Sexy.
Tell me more, DM.
this is what happens if we're not playing for a week. We gotta play every week, otherwise this shit's gonna happen. I can't wait for 2 weeks from now. All we're gonna be sleep deprived.
We're still gonna play then, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're all going to be sleep deprived. So, we're going to the downtime portion. We'll do all of the downtime portion now, but there will be an event probably that I hope. Maybe you guys don't engage with it. It's also fine. That's going to happen in the middle of it, but we'll get to that later.
Who wants to go first? I'm pretty sure you wanted to go lost.
This looks so much worse. This is so much
Yeah, this
worse.
looks worse.
It was a fake all along.
Really?
You're not disguised anymore. Put it on. Put it on.
Damn.
Look at me like that. You hit.
Don't do it again.
Don't look at me like that.
Next, don't do it again.
Don't look at me like that.
How's this still from 2 weeks, by the way? Dang. That's harsh.
Yeah.
What are you doing to him?
Yeah, I'm stroking Chloe.
But
Just letting you know.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you.
do I have any volunteers or a volunteer? You want to go first?
I volunteer!
Okay.
I'm not allowed to volunteer.
Well, you
Yeah.
you got to figure out a thing still that you hadn't figured out yet. So
I mean,
figure that
I
out.
sent it to
Yeah.
you, so...
Alright, great. Okay.
Oh, you were gonna correct.
I have in total 5 things I want to do during the stone
Alright.
downtime.
I have written them down here as well. Unless you came up
5
with.
things?
5 things, yes. Because I prepared for this, guys.
I didn't.
Okay.
Can we get a focus on you real quick? Number 1. What do you want to do? What do you want to start with?
I want to start with buying things for my invention.
Okay.
Because I didn't buy that stuff.
I named it the something.
Need something, yeah.
The good
Door
barrel.
opener.
No, I'm pretty sure I called it. Yeah, the good barrel door knocker. Watch out. That's just the bell cam.
Why do we have the battle cam?
So you figured out that for that tinkering item, it's not a magical item, so it's a little cheaper, and you don't need any special components. But you do still need 500 gold pieces worth of materials, and you need to work on it for 7 days. You have 63 days, so 7 days will be spent on this.
Yeah.
You mark that down, by the way. Do you just want to buy the 500 gold pieces worth of stuff now, or do you want to buy it later? Because you can finish it during this downtime if you want to, but then you would have to spend all the money. You can also spend part of the money and only finish it partially.
Do you want to do a part?
I mean, I can do with platinum pieces, right?
I mean, yeah, that would be...
You could.
50 instead of... because I have 531 gold pieces right now, and it would be really heavy to me.
No, it's not 580.
Just do it.
I just...
81. You have 581, not
Yes, but I
530.
already subtracted the 50
Oh,
I
right,
spent.
you did that. I didn't do that yet. I just
Yeah.
added what you spent.
So it would be a real kick in the ass. No, and just a pain in my heart.
Mhm.
If I was see my gold pieces
Yeah.
go down. So I'd like to buy all of it, and then
With platinum.
yep, with platinum pieces.
Okay. You can do that.
So I have 61
dummy.
platinum pieces right now.
Yeah.
The streams.
Alright. So
We
money.
spent all 500 gold.
Yeah.
And you will...
Oh, there she is, back again.
I swear the mustache is getting bigger. It is.
It's growing.
It's actually real.
Fastest growing mustache in the West.
Right. You buy the supplies for the door knocker. You need 7 days to work on. You have 63 here.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to spend all that time working, or you want to spend the full time? You want to finish it now, or you want to finish it later?
I want to finish it.
All right. So write down 7 days of the 63 that you have, and you finish the Good Barrel door knocker. You have the item statistics already. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you
Door
send
knocker.
it once. Yeah.
What a great name.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not just a door knocker. It's
I mean,
more
you
like...
can name it differently if you want to.
It's not that quiet.
You can name it differently if you
I
want
mean,
to.
the spell knock is also not quiet.
Yep.
So.
No, it's a pretty loud.
Yeah, that's bigger than that
It's
one.
way bigger.
Not just a little. It's just really wide.
Ooh, that's a floof.
I'm trying to
You
find.
can put the floof back.
Eat it.
I want to say something,
That's a
but I'm
joke,
gonna
you
tell
don't
them
have to
break.
actually
It's
do
not
that.
on the street.
No.
I'm trying to
Find
find
the statistics. Do you know where it is?
I don't know. Maybe you send it over Discord?
Perhaps.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps.
Check.
Limit.
I sent you Serpent Sacrifice. That's one of the last items I already sent you.
That's disgusting. I know. Mm.
I'm confused about your current state of being.
Yeah.
Either take it off. Deal with the beard in the mouth.
It is a thing that happens.
I have respect for all of men and women who have
It's
beards.
off.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's
I
not
mean,
something.
There is a medical condition that makes the testosterone levels in a woman so high that she grows.
Just called Russian.
Oh god. Oh, no, you didn't spill it, okay. Because it sounded like you did.
That's me. It's called Russian grandma.
We'll have to find it. I know that it's
Yep.
somewhere.
I also know it somewhere.
Well, but you after a week of full-on working on that, you do eventually finish it. I'm pretty sure that it can open a door in like a turn.
Yep.
You would have to you have to find a door to test this on, unless you want to destroy the door in the tavern.
Destroys
Do
the
it.
door.
Do
Yep,
it.
it destroys the door.
Do it.
That's so
It's
aggressive.
not a door knocker, it's a door destroyer, actually.
Yeah, no, basically what it does, you can fasten it onto a door. It will open the door at the start of your next turn or the end of your next turn. Then you can take it off as a bonus action. But there's no, as long as it's not magically warded or reinforced, there's no check required that you spend your action possibly failing to open up a door.
So what about calling it the door dozer?
You can rename it however you want.
You can I think door knocker is...
I like door dozer.
I like it, because we're also the big five,
The door
right?
dozer.
so it's always a bit of a, ironic way. So, door knocker.
Door knocker.
Yeah.
Okay,
it stays that way.
that's number one
That's number one, yeah.
out of
always.
5 things you wanted to do.
Yep, and I...
Wanna do 5 things?
Yep,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
she
it.
she actually prepared this
I
shit.
prepared this shit,
I
yes.
don't have.
Well-
my character doesn't have time to do that.
You have 9
Mine
weeks.
does.
I need
Alright,
8 weeks to learn a skill.
Yeah,
Okay, the second one
She's
is
pretty
not,
stupid,
is
though.
something I do on
Yeah,
my
that's
own,
fair.
because it's not something I'm gonna do in this session. That's write songs for everyone in the group.
Well, we'll all sit here and wait until you finished all of them.
Yeah.
I am listening.
We're listening.
No, I'm not
Okay.
doing that
Do you have 8 weeks?
Yeah, I have 9 weeks, so in 9
We'll
weeks I
stay
will have
here for
something.
9 weeks.
No,
Nobody
no,
gets
no,
to
no,
move
no.
from their fucking seat
No,
until she finishes this.
So who's ordering dominoes?
Yeah.
The beard will just do it.
So that's the second one.
The beard
It
will
will
be.
be-
Gets
it's in
actually-
progress.
like, you just
The third one.
It just gets worse.
Guys, I am trying to hear what she's saying.
The
Sorry.
third one is to perform to earn some money.
Okay. I said before that that specific job you can do outside of your working hours,
Yep.
which means you could do it every day of the 9 weeks, basically. I also came up with a system of how to figure out this doing, and this is one of the few die rolls we're going to do today that I know.
1 silver per day.
So
Cut
there
out all of my 10 sets to get this one.
there are
Get the only die roll.
no.
Well, the only.
I'm always happy when I get to join.
Like a gar.
I'm gonna join. No, that's what I was gonna do.
That's the downtime.
It's not on you got Dinah's list.
Alright,
Nee, it wasn't on your list.
I mean, I
So,
could.
you're staying for 9 weeks.
Yep.
So what I've done is I've between from rolls 1 to 25 plus, I have assigned values in gold pieces and silver pieces and whatever. So you're gonna have to roll a performance check, and depending on what you roll, you may earn different amounts per week.
What's per week?
So,
per week.
9 rolls.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's going to be 63 rolls if you're doing it every day. It's like, I'm good.
Wait.
9 is already a lot.
I'm
I
gonna
was
do
like
this
1
3
roll
rolls,
or something.
So I have to
two.
roll 3 times. So it's
Okay, that's fine. Here, you have a dice tray.
Oh,
You're welcome.
okay.
From the kindness of my heart.
That's my thing.
That's 1 4, 1 5, and 1 12. Plus
They're,
7.
they're performance checks, though.
Yeah, plus 7. So that's an 11, a
Okay.
12, and a 19.
So we'll say 11 on the first week, 12, and then 19. So first and second week a little rough. You gotta get to know the city folk. But around the third week, you kind of
3
got it.
natural ones.
And then I get to re-roll because I'm lucky.
Yeah, that's true.
One of them.
One of them. It's still 2.
One of them,
No.
it's for every week, so. Natural 20.
Okay.
See, that was good luck. what I
11
did.
plus 7, that's 18. And 4 plus 7 is 11.
Okay, so you keep the fourth and fifth week you keep a high profile, and then the sixth week is you have a little bit of a dip. You kind things become repetitive. You're trying to write new songs, but you can't come up with anything. It's a relatively
Yeah, it's 'cause
relatively
for
bad
like-
week.
Everyone is saying again
Ooh,
that song.
really?
You ask us for new songs, and we're just like,
You're like that one act wonder. Like you
Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
keep doing.
You're
it.
the Smash Mouth
you know?
of this world.
It
Smash
hurts.
Why does that hurt?
I mean, Smash Mouth is pretty cool.
I mean-
Smash Mouth is pretty cool.
I mean, she is at the same time. She is also representing the Big Five to a larger audience.
I mean,
So
And you have one great.
whatever she rolls kind of reflects on all of you.
I am not a part of the big.
I am not a part.
Oh, you're part of the big fan.
You're the biggest.
You're the biggest of the
You're
five.
the only
Yep.
one that's big.
She's the tiny 5.
No, no, Angie.
Oh right, Angie
Yeah.
is, but not Saint
Right.
Nick.
Nah.
The last 2
I'm
weeks,
Nicola Klaus.
Nikolai.
Okay.
I rolled
One second.
2 times a 12 and 1
Yeah.
time 26.
So you end with a banger.
Yep.
26. So yeah, you get in the you start out bad. You gotta get to know your audience. Then you pick up and it goes pretty well for a couple weeks. Then you start running out of material.
Yep.
But after 3 weeks, you really come back with a banger, and you spread the word pretty well.
Yay.
Here, this is the part that's going to be fun because this involves money. How much you actually make. So,
See, there's 2 days on which you.
Damn.
alright. There's 2 days in which you rolled an 11, which for an 11 you get 35 silver pieces.
Ooh.
For a week, dang.
Yeah.
I have 2 times 11.
Not a lot, but it's also just
Yeah,
evening
that's
work.
not a lot. Yeah.
35.
It's also
right?
just evening work.
Yeah.
35?
35 silver pieces
Okay. Yeah.
for the 11s you rolled.
Yeah.
Let's see. The 12 you rolled also get 35.
Okay. So that's 4 times. Five times.
Yeah.
1, 2,
I have
3,
to say
4,
it
5.
is, I think.
Yes. And now
Then
it's.
you rolled 18, 19, 20,
I
and
like
26.
So bad for
Yeah, the natural 20 was a 27 in total.
Oh, 27 total. That's an
Yeah.
important
And
one.
126 in total.
Yeah. Okay. For the 18 and the 19,
Mm-hmm.
You make 56 silver pieces.
Ooh. 56, yeah.
for the 27 and 26 respective, both, you make 28 gold pieces.
Ooh. So that's twice 28.
Yes.
Nice.
Those are the 2 weeks that are really good. So, adding that all together, again, I have a phone, but
I
you're
also have a phone.
you're already on it, I see.
Yep.
On the
So-
weeks that Bree's not paying well, that the cards are just coming. Do you have a license for this?
And then she has to
Playing here.
run away.
Where's your playing license? You have
It's
You need a
So-
in your
license.
back pocket. Bye.
Smoke bomb.
Yep. I have a smoke bomb, in fact.
Yeah, that's
That works once.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay.
pretty amazing disappearing act.
So I gain 56 gold pieces and 175 plus 12 is 287 silver pieces.
Right.
Woo.
If you want to, you can translate the silver pieces into gold. So you get 28 gold pieces to top that and 7 silver
Yeah.
instead.
A 7
Sure.
tens gold.
If any of you want, by the way, any gold or silver or copper that you have that you don't want to have as gold or copper, you can translate into gold while you're in a city where they have like
Systems and banks.
Did you like pay some for that?
Like,
I'll allow you to just do
that
that.
so you can carry less useless coins.
These banks don't know how to work.
How do this?
They don't know how to make money.
Get loans without rent.
Can we set up a cryptocurrency?
Ooh. I got 84 gold. 31. Nice.
Yeah. So in total, you made 84 gold and 7 silver pieces over all of the weeks.
A bit more than 1 gold per day.
Yeah.
What a person can live off of.
It's not
Alright.
great though.
That was another thing you wanted to do. You had that's
Yeah.
2 out of 5.
3. Because,
3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're
You get the thing
writing the
you write.
songs. You
Yeah. First, do one thing.
Actual
I already
US.
know exactly how to do it.
Okay.
Proficiency in stealth.
How do you want to do that?
Just try to practice with stealth.
Just try to
Like
walk
walking.
around.
Well, because you can either look for someone.
Because I think because I am that famous, since I play there every night, I am really stealthing through the paparazzi everywhere and stuff. So
Well-
I'm
I mean,
okay,
I'm
recognized.
You either have to find someone who's proficient in stealth who can teach you,
Okay.
can help you with that.
Mhm.
However, you want to excuse that this person has the proficiency in stealth is up to you. You would have to hire them probably. At the same time, you can also start learning it on your own, but at a fourth the rate that you learn with a person. Knowing you spent 7 days building the thing, so you only have 50.
8 weeks left.
Yeah, 50.
8.
Days.
No, less than that.
30.
7 days. 7 days for the thing.
Yeah, that's 8 weeks.
54.
All right, because that's a 4 weeks, so 8 weeks.
No. Wait, 56. Sorry.
Yeah, so you have 56
Days.
days left.
Yep.
You, as a not so smart person, takes a little bit longer to learn new skills,
Yep.
which means you need 55 days to pick up a new skill.
Wow.
Which means you could do that in the 56 days you have left.
Alright.
Oh, right.
Wasn't it 10 plus?
I am really that bright
minus,
because I thought I wouldn't make it, but I do make it.
It is the work weeks. No, it's 10 work weeks, which is 5 days.
Yeah, right.
Plus,
Oh, you're-
plus your intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Or minus your intelligence modifier. And if your intelligence modifier is a negative, it comes at top. So you have 11 work weeks, which is 11 times 5, which is 55 days it takes for you to learn something. Like Zero can pick something up in 30 days. Almost 60. So, do you want
Well-
to learn this on your own?
As charismatic as I am, I try to find someone who can teach me that. But
Right.
yeah, I
How
think,
do you go about that?
I think I would try to have a look in alleys or something like that, because I think there will be the most stealthy person, or maybe
Well, a true master you will never find, as he's too good at stuff.
yes, exactly, yeah. So,
That's so dumb.
but I'm pretty good at perception. My passive perception wisdom is pretty high, so
That's true.
I want to check out alleys and other side ways.
For sketchy people who made
Just the first sketchy person.
No,
like
not
you.
sketchy people, just people who are just secretly walking through somewhere.
Sketchy people.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
just sketchy people.
Okay.
Let's not get too much into
Yeah.
sketchy people.
I will need you to go ahead and roll a persuasion check to see if, like, you may be able to find a person like this in the weeks they have.
Natural one, but I can
You can
reroll.
roll those.
I mean, do you want to though?
I mean, natural
would
one is
go
pretty
for it.
fun.
8 plus 7 is 15.
Okay. Bree whilst appearing in the tavern, you guys stay in different taverns that perform, and you guys hear of her performances throughout the city every now and again. She disappears for a bit. As you, in 55 days worth, make some connections in the Rainfield underworld, and find eventually somebody who does not mind holding, helping you out with this as simply a favor. So it won't cost you anything.
But I will.
You do
have
But
to do
there's a
something.
chance that they might want to reach out to you again someday. And,
Any names?
well, because you just came up with these people, we'll go after about this after the.
I also got an idea.
missing after all the...
Nothing. She just owes somebody a favor.
A favor
That's
for
worse.
That's bad.
That's
Yeah.
bad.
my teacher of stealth.
Yes.
What?
But after all that time,
That
Yep.
doesn't sound
you
so
will
bad.
eventually pick up the stealth proficiency. You spent all the time. But you owe a favor to one of
Sketchy
the
purple.
syndicates in the Rainfield underworld.
Nice.
Okay.
Well done.
Good job.
Yeah.
Like they learn, like in the meantime they learn about you,
Learn about
your
Angie.
family and about your group, and you become good friends with these people, and they make sure that
I should have
they
done
know
this
a
one.
lot about you.
Tell them about your family.
But you wanted to look in alleyways for a teacher
I'm just telling him.
of
I'm
stealth.
telling about
Maybe.
Hamilton, of course, but I'm not telling everything about my family.
Isn't one of you proficient in stealth?
No, that's the reason why I want to have it.
Okay, but yeah,
Because none of us was. And now
Yeah.
I am.
but if that's the way you go about it, then there you go.
And
If this is gonna
Don't
gonna
worry
get
about
me
it.
into
And-
trouble.
Don't worry about
This
I
is
want
gonna
to
get
say-
me into trouble.
explicitly,
God damn.
Yeah.
I'm not
you
saying
too.
anything about my little brother. I'm not saying anything about my cousin who's.
Well, like if that's the way you want to go for 55 days, they learn the general knowledge about you, like general things
General
that
things,
any
yes.
acquaintance would know.
Yeah.
Which in the hands of the wrong people may be too much.
I mean, do they know,
Yeah. Okay.
Like they have. I don't know.
I mean, maybe they
I mean,
spy on her now.
They
Okay,
know
for
I
the
have
record,
a crush on
the-
some certain woman.
Well, for the record,
Ooh.
the
Dude,
Big
they know.
Five, partially due to her appearances,
This is why I didn't want.
partially due to her appearances on stage, and the name has whispered a little bit from Dorelia down here to Genova. There are stories of a group of people who saved people from a orc raid
Yeah.
back in the country somewhere far away. It reached here like half a year later. So it's a little bit known, but her actual appearance on stage amplifies that. That's your stealth proficiency.
Yep. The last thing, can I still do that?
Well, you have
Because-
one day.
Yeah. No.
Well, it depends what is it what you want to do.
Well, that was the thing of those armadillo beasts.
Right.
The armor.
Well, I'll allow you to try and make a check to figure out what you want to make and see if you can start.
Yeah.
You can also just like give it to people to
You
make.
can also if you want to and you want to expend the money, you can also give it to somebody who could make it for you.
Ooh.
Like George.
George definitely is not gonna like spend a lot of time Smithy.
Doing that.
No.
So what do you want to do? And what do you want to make with it first and foremost? What's your goal?
Well, I'd like to make a piece of armor with it. Breastplate. Like.
If you just want to have it turned into a
Breastplate.
Blah, 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 blah.
breastplate, you can let it be reworked at a smithy. Because you provide your own materials, it doesn't cost them in material cost anyway, but at the same time it does still cost the work, so the general cost of a breastplate stays the same. Difference for you would be that where a breastplate would normally be made of metal and that has a few downsides, this one would not be. To unlock any of its additional properties, because it comes from a monstrosity, you would have to go to a more arcane focused location to have alter that, or somebody who is arcane themselves and works with stuff could make it, or you yourself can even attempt to do that, but you don't have the time.
Yep.
No,
Not
you
this time.
have a day.
You have one day to work on it
Yep.
if you want.
One day.
So do you just want to have it made into armor, or do you also want to start about making unlocking the magical properties?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, why not? Yeah, but
Right.
yeah. Just,
Um,
I think
Having it made into a breastplate will cost you 400 gold.
Okay.
Because that's how expensive armor is. A regular breastplate.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, you provide your own materials, but it's a harder material to work with. Costs a little more.
Then I say, for this day, thank you for your information, but not right now.
So
That's my downtime.
you figured out what it's gonna cost. At least changing it into a thing. Who's next?
I will.
Didn't you want to go last?
No. He said I have to do this.
Well, you don't have to go last,
I
but
mean, I kind of figured out what I want to do.
okay. So
Yeah.
which one of you is gonna go first?
I also thought of like new things to do.
Sure.
Oh,
That's not fair. That's not
cheating.
fair.
That's
not
rock,
fair.
paper,
Can't do
scissors.
that.
Rock, paper, scissors. Okay.
Boulder part from shit.
Damn. She won from both of
You
us.
lost.
Alright, so you go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
We both. I
I should have handed you inspiration for this.
Yes.
Did you see the thing that I...
1 second. I gotta write down your thing.
Because
Efficiency
if
and
it's
stealth
not
thing.
enough, I also know a lot of other things I can do now.
Right now I have a +6 in stealth.
Better make it quick. Angelina, Victoria, Katarina, Julie.
Yeah, you got close.
You got that.
Well, it's literally there.
Angelina, Victoria, Katarina, Gertrude, Elisabeth, Evangeline, Berton.
Evangeline.
just
You
roll with
struggle.
it a little bit, and you can make like kind of a rap roll.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you read
Okay, we'll get to that last.
it? Okay.
You want to do because creating the spell would force you to create a spell scroll of the appropriate amount. So we'll do the thing that you need to do most, or it takes most of the time first.
First of all,
Yes.
I actually kind of want to go to Fortunes and Favors.
Fortune's favor. Alright. Well, if you want to go to one of these shops, that becomes a little bit of a roleplay moment.
Isn't the name you've used before?
Yeah.
It's the same world.
There is another Fortunes and Favors,
Yeah.
maybe, or maybe it traveled.
No. It's
Fortune
different.
Is it?
I believe so. Because she
I don't know. I that name
There
just sparked something
in Dawnskar. There was a Fortunes and Favors who could tell you specific things about people.
Right.
This one only tells people
This
their
one is
future.
This one can give you a premonition.
Premonition of
So,
what may happen in the future.
it's
But
not
the other one
same.
did that as well, right?
No, the other one could tell you about other people, and they could give vague glimpses into the future.
Yeah,
No.
like fake things.
Yeah.
Oh, this is less
this one
fake.
is more. This one's more specifically can give you a premonition and can specifically give you a die, the d20 roll that you can you roll now and then you get to.
Can it also give like vague things about people?
Not this one. There is this Romani like style card. In the marketplace, and it's kind of there all the time. And there's there seems to always be a bit of mist around it, about knee height. And you kind of walk up to it, and there's this sign kind of like hanging outside of it that says Fortunes and Favors. And the big tapestry that kind of covers it. If you look up, it's as if you're looking at the night sky. And you do hear about the owner of this establishment, who apparently does not come out a lot and prefers to stay out of the sun.
Who is an elf?
Who's elvish. So you knock on the door, and the door opens up. Yeah, it's a little fart sound. But it opens up, and you enter into the dark exterior. It's dimly lit by a few bits of candles, but there is very small beads of arcane light kind of floating against the roof of this car. Very similar to your dancing light, but much, much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of
Present this starlight effect.
As you walk in,
This elven woman comes walking out, which you've never seen one of these before. She is not just dark of skin, she is like more bluish black skinned.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. To get to the meat.
Yeah.
Or maybe warlock.
Yeah.
This
A water
unlocks.
warlock.
Oh, yeah, you can
because
make a
it's
Cthulhu warlock.
because it's a seahorse
Cthulhu warlock.
or a dragon. It
No,
could
it's
be
a
dragon.
seahorse.
Cthulhu
It's a
warlock.
seahorse.
It's kind of a seahorse.
Alright,
It is a seahorse.
But- guys. You enter into the shop, and as she gingerly steps out from a smaller room that's in the back, she sits down at a table that kind of divides the public area of this cart with her private quarters. And as she sits down, she says, "Welcome. How can I help you?"
Well, I hear you tell futures for people.
I can guess.
Give glimpses into what is to be.
You? You wish to have one of these readings?
Yes.
You've had one of these readings with me before.
No.
In that case, it is important to tell you that once you've had one of these readings, I cannot do one on you again for another 7 days. So, tell you about the future. If you then wish to return at a future date, you can do so again. But every time you come by, it's a simple donation of 5 gold pieces.
Not a donation, it's just something you pay.
For legal reasons, it's a donation.
Situation.
For legal
She
reasons.
will take your hand and begin a reading. So you spend 5 gold. Piece of gold. You have to spend 5 gold.
Yeah.
You want to spend that as 5 gold as well? So you want to spend it?
No,
put it
I
back
spend it as 5 gold.
Yeah, that's okay.
What happened with Captain Hook and he didn't get it back?
Alright, so when you visit,
pay the 5 gold.
Yeah, he broke our heart.
when you visit her,
Yeah.
you roll a d20. You remember the outcome of the roll. You can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature that you can see within to 120 feet of you with this foretelling roll. You must choose to do so before the roll is made. And when you do so, you cannot do it again until you visit her. So,
For how long?
until you use it.
But
You have to
she
use it
can't-
within a week.
Yeah, you must use the foretelling roll within a week. And if you don't, the foretelling roll is gone forever.
Oh. It's a 3.
3.
You can do it on you or another creature. So that means, for example, if an attack roll is made against you, you can just automatically make it a 3.
Ah, that's
Which-
There's a chance that might miss. Well, your AC maybe not, but
You're doing this on the first day you get there.
yeah. What day do you do this? The very first.
like the second.
Okay,
No, the first. The
first. Okay, that means you have the first weeks of your downtime that you have that.
Yeah.
The 3.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. Visiting fortunes and favors was only part. I didn't know you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But once you do so, she foretells something negative happening in your future.
Oh.
But whether or not that's up to you if that outcome is going to be yours or not, she cannot see. So just beware.
That's vague. But okay. And
So you have a 3
yeah.
for the next week.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. And she... One second.
Alright.
Thank you. Okay. So you visit her in the first week. Probably the first day that you arrive. Maybe second.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. What else do you want to do? Maybe something specifically that you want to use the 3 on in the first week?
So if the die eventually
Fades.
No, I don't know yet.
Because
We're kind of skipping through.
Oh,
the
no,
time.
then the die fades.
Okay.
No, that's
So you
You
know.
know now how it works.
Yeah.
But she tells you to be careful you are and nothing happens. Maybe you make it some trip at one point. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why Bree fails on stage. Just like,
That's why the first week is kind of rough.
I kind of want to test it out. I didn't know that would be
It's almost like you have a deja vu moment when it happens.
As if you've seen it before, and you see Bree kind of fall on her face. She has a tough recovery after that.
Okay. And I I kind of want to go to the Sunrise faculty and see what they have to offer there.
The Sunrise faculty is a school which allows for there to be arcane studies. Like there's a library here. They do teach people just general education of higher nobility and those who can afford it. Happens here. There's an open library for everyone, and anyone who can afford it can use the space and can get help with any projects they need. But that's kind of what their offer is.
Would I be able to learn something there? Like
Sure.
What do you want to learn?
language?
If you want to learn.
The language, that's the place to do it.
Nice.
So, is there any language you want to learn?
I do, but I have to make sure I don't already speak it.
This bitch.
I want to learn English. You're speaking English. Goddamn.
God damn. I thought
Oh,
English
like
works
that.
in
What
other.
language did you want to learn?
I actually wanted to learn Elvish, but I don't know if I already speak it.
You do, because I also do.
Oh.
And we could talk in Elvish.
Mm,
Right?
You said you prepared? Like there was.
I did!
This was not part of our preparation.
No,
I
this
did
was
not
not.
know this should.
Wanted to do this.
This
By
was
the way,
not.
if you
Come up with anything, we'll do a second round.
Yeah, I come up with something. because-
No, I
already
don't.
came
I don't
up with
speak
something.
Elvish.
Like we'll finish
You
all of this.
don't.
I speak Common, Dwarvish, and Draconic.
At one point,
Oh,
she's been.
Talking Elvish to you, and
See?
I have not understood it.
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, and then just
With comprehend languages or something?
no, that's zero with our helmet.
Yeah, okay.
Nope.
I think it was 0 to
I
NG,
want
NG
to
to
learn-
us, and we.
Yeah, because they both speak Draconic. And
Yeah.
she speaks Dwarvish as well. So you guys spoke Dwarvish. She picked it up, translated it into Draconic to Zira. Zira spoke translated in Elvish to Bree.
Yeah.
That's how you guys managed to communicate without common.
Yeah.
What language do you want to learn?
Elvish.
Want to learn Elvish?
Primordial.
It's possible. if you
It's
want to.
possible?
Of course.
Yeah, if you want to learn Primordial here, like if there's any place of learning
Infernal.
on the continent,
Abyssal.
this is it.
Sylvan.
It's a little taboo to try and learn that, but you
I
can.
mean, yeah.
It's more of a religious study than anything, but you can.
Orc.
I mean, you need negotiators if you're Genova is right next to the wildlands. Speaking Orcish can be a good thing. It could have saved Bree's family maybe at one point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could
A lot of things
not
could have
orc.
saved.
No, it's giant.
Yeah,
I'll
giants.
learn-
A lot of things
Or
could have saved
goblin.
the family.
I mean, there's also
Yeah.
you also know that there's orcs in Dorelia that you guys want to deal with at one point, so Orcish might be useful.
Yeah, no, I will go with Orcish.
All right, you want to learn Orcish. What's your intelligence modifier? Pretty smart, right? You're pretty smart, Bean. You don't look it, but you.
Oh no,
Yes,
yeah, I'm smart.
you're smart, not that wise, but you're smart.
That's a
defines
+2.
smart? Oh yeah, you're pretty smart.
But I'm not smart. She's smart.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's role playing.
Definitely what I said.
How smart are you? Dwarf?
Not that smart.
Wow, that sounded so condescending. Dwarf.
Dwarf?
Okay. You want to learn Orcish?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see, Orcish. You wanna
What's your intelligence?
you can borrow books from there and you can study
So
on
I
your own.
am smarter than you.
Or you can go there and get help with somebody who already speaks Orcish. But
There
that
you go.
costs money.
Yeah. I can. I can.
I mean, I have a 9 charisma. So.
You want an experienced individual. Let's see, yeah, a skilled individual to help you. If you want aid from somebody who works there in learning Orcish, it will cost you 2 gold pieces per day that you're studying.
You need
By
to
the way,
study.
I will give the name Katarina. Just Katarina.
Sure. You will have to study 40 days.
Okay, so
With
that's
A skilled
80
individual.
80
So it
gold.
costs you 80 gold to do so.
With your lord.
And then you know the basics of Orcish. Like you can hold a decent conversation. Through use of the language, you actually eventually learn more and more. But in 40 days, they can give you the basics.
Okay.
Could you do it again to gain expert mastery in orc?
I mean, you could do it again, then you just know. Like thematically, you can't learn the language in 40 days, but mechanically you can. Otherwise, it's be like, hey guys, let's take 3 years of downtime so I can learn the language. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
bruh. I also want to play D&D at one point.
Yeah.
And I wanna see if there's like a jeweler.
Look up my family tree once again.
You have a
Alright,
family
so
tree.
Yeah.
Still need to write
sorry,
down
one
all
second.
of that.
I'm looking for a
One
jeweler.
second, the gold.
Oh.
Do you pay that in gold or in anything
Yeah.
else? Okay, so 80 gold,
I paid it in.
and you
Cookies.
learn Orcish.
I like cookies.
Right. So you wasted 5 gold at Fortunes and Favors.
Yeah.
You learned Orcish.
That's the two
Things.
I like how you worded that. You wasted.
I mean, okay, no, you made Bree trip and make less money in their first week. Good job. You will live with the knowledge that you did that. But...
But nobody else knows.
Nobody else.
Okay. I will never tell anyone.
Okay. What else do you want to do?
You said a jeweler.
Yeah.
There is a jeweler.
Too hot.
But it's the Christmas season.
Then give it to me.
You don't get to be comfortable during Christmas.
Are you actually gonna put that over your?
Yeah.
What is your perception of quiz?
Are you cold?
I have negative wisdom.
Really? I kinda am.
I'm so hot right now.
You're warm.
Why? Let's see.
You're no more than warm.
Yeah, you're
There is a-
pretty warm.
There is a jeweler. There's groups. There's groups jewelry. Groups.
Oh, groups.
Which is
You could do that.
which is a store owned by an individual called Richard Group.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and you can either try and learn it in a shop like that, or you can the Sunrise faculty learns. Can
No,
also teach you most things.
I will learn it from.
Okay.
We're having
real-
fun here.
Well, you'll need to convince him. So go ahead and roll a persuasion
I
check.
think this is the reason why you hate Christmas so much.
You guys.
Yeah.
Well,
What
you
did
really
I
don't
roll?
need Christmas hats to be like this.
Persuasion?
Persuasion check.
I
See
mean,
if he'll
look at
allow
Spyro.
you. By the way, for the record, you already spent 40 days out of the 63 learning the language, meaning you only have 23 days left. Means you can't complete another proficiency.
Just saying. So you can't complete this.
You can start it though.
No.
Well, I can't do anything because it's a 9.
A 9? In that case, the jeweler himself is a little bit too busy right now to take on an apprentice. He's also not really looking for one. You still want to get this proficiency, but you won't get the connection, sadly, like the social connection. You can still learn it at the Sunrise Conservatory, or the Sunrise Faculty.
Sunrise.
Again, with help, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. How many of the 23 days do you want to spend on that?
All of it.
Okay. So you begin learning proficiency with the jeweler's kit.
That's sad.
It was.
You can learn 23 days with a master if you want to, but that costs you 2 gold per day as well. So that's 46 gold.
Okay.
So you spend 46 gold.
Can I?
Yeah.
Like lose all the silver and copper and then the rest pay in gold?
I don't think you have enough silver or copper.
No,
Pay for.
no. But I wanna give that.
Okay.
And then the rest of that, the rest of the sum, I will pay in gold.
Well, let me check how much you have left. Let's see. You have
364 silver
Silver,
pieces,
yeah. And 478
8.
copper pieces.
copper.
Yes.
You need to spend. Okay, you do the math.
Not my problem. Not my problem. Would you do it after and then tell me?
How much was it?
23 times 2, so 46 gold.
46.
Then you have the proficiency. You don't have, like, you're working towards the proficiency. You don't have the jeweler's kit yet, which you could buy if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeweler's kit will cost you. Jeweler's tools will cost you 25 gold.
Yeah.
Want to pay that in gold?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have one, just don't have yet finished the proficiency.
25,
but you
right?
need
Get
it.
the tools to even try yourself, like learn teaching yourself.
Okay.
So yeah, 25 gold piece for the tools
46 in total.
for the for learning it, and that means you still need to do. You still need to do 17 days worth of training. You can either do this in another downtime moment, or you can spend time doing it on your own, but then you learn slower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, darn. Okay.
I will send you my new.
So you're working towards the jewelry's proficiency, but you can't finish it yet.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you want to do?
These dice.
Wait. It was 48 gold, right?
Mhm.
For the, okay. I believe that's all my downtime. So, I guess that's it.
That means you don't spend time on creating this. By the way, because I just realized that we were going to keep that for last.
Oh,
Creating the spell scroll.
yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. Creating a spell scroll. Let's see. For what level? Okay, let's take a look at your spell that you want to make. Then we might have to take some days off of the jewelry's kit. So
Yeah.
not 23 days, but it will be less.
Yeah.
You say you want to have a second level concentration spell
Yeah.
that you can cast as a bonus action with a range of 30 feet to a creature you can see. The duration is 1 minute. Let's see, an invisible barrier of magical force appears around someone you can see within range and gives them +4 to their AC.
I don't know
So
how OP
this is not a
Reaction spell.
Oh,
Right?
No, this like a bonus.
So it's you want to make it basically create an arcane version of Shield of Faith,
yeah.
which is 10 minutes for 2 AC. Can also be a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. AC of 4 is a little much
Okay, so
for a second level spell.
The 3?
I'll allow a bonus action. Okay. Here, this is what I'm going to change. What I would change about it. Concentration stays the same.
Mhm.
It becomes it's a bonus action,
Mhm.
but the range is touch.
Okay, that's fair because I can make touch.
Yeah.
Distance.
Sure, but then cost your mathematics, so it's
Yeah.
not free.
But no.
Duration 1 minute. That's fine. Let's see. I'll say that the AC bonus, you can either choose to make it a 3rd level spell and get the +4, or you make it a 2nd level spell. And what level is Shield of Faith? 2nd, right?
First,
I think it's the first level.
yeah.
First
think
level. Then I'll give you a +3 if you make it a 2nd level. So that's up to you. 3rd level and +4. 2nd level.
Maybe it increases per level.
Yeah, what you also can do is you can make the base 2nd level, but
Yeah.
every spell slot you use above that.
Use a 9th level.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking for balancing reasons, right?
Maybe the same as
Daryl's Pride.
Yeah, spiritual weapon burst
Spiritual
right where every 2 levels. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you do that, the base is a +3 at 2nd level. At 3rd level, nothing changes, but you can cast the spell again if you don't have spell slot. At 4th level, it becomes a +4.
Okay,
Is
no,
it
I'll say the-
concentration?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll say the max. Yeah, you can. Let's see. That means 2nd is 3, 4th is 4, 6th is 5, 8th is 6. AC. That's. I found that decent.
+6. Yeah.
I found that a decent. Growth.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So
That's the version.
Anywhere.
So second level plus.
Yeah. So
3.
write it down.
Like on you.
Uh,
It's 8 levels.
2nd level.
Oh wait,
Which
wait,
AC
wait,
would you
wait,
get?
wait, 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 wait,
Really high.
Yes.
But a dex save won't save
That will be
Only legendary actions will ever hit you.
Natural 20s.
Yeah.
dex save.
Yeah.
A burning hand spell, a wisdom save. There's a lot that can hit him.
Well, wisdom save.
And
I'd rather-
Angie's breaking Angie's concentration is not impossible.
Yeah.
Dispel magic and also like it's not a surefire way to like.
But it's yeah,
not
I
gonna
kind of
be
made it for
vulnerable.
you though.
I mean that also works.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's probably better.
That's probably
That's why I made it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if you wanted to do a
But
shielding
at the second
spell.
level,
I mean, I don't want it to
Already
die
gets-
again.
yeah.
But
already
like,
gets a
when
21.
you
AC.
mentioned this before, I wasn't sure if you
Pretty
wanted to do
high.
like a
I have
shielding
18.
spell that's a reaction.
Does that on me?
No, this was more like.
So write this down.
Second level,
15.
bonus action,
Plus 3.
touch.
Oh.
Yeah, but plus
Yeah.
3. You would get 18.
Yeah, but I'm.
I'll type it to you.
So bragging.
No, I have it.
Spell level second level, casting
That's why I
times a
said
bonus
15.
action, range is touch, duration is 1
Oh,
minute.
Yeah.
Just get a AC.
Creature gains a plus 3 bonus to their AC. For every 2 spell
six.
slots
I think
you
6 is the
upcast the spell, 1 AC
Wait.
is added. Right. To create the spell, I would need you to make the spell scroll first. Like attempt to make it. I'll say you can fail, so we're gonna have to do a couple rolls. Once you've successfully made it, you're going to need to. It becomes available to your spell list, which means next time you level up, you can actually take it. You can actually have it.
Nice.
But until you level up, you can make spell scrolls for the spell if you wish.
Nice.
So,
Let's see.
I'll say.
Underle.
No.
So
Each attempt that you're going to do to create the spell scroll,
Yes.
will cost you 100 gold.
That's painful.
you will have to roll an Arcana check.
You should be good at that. Right? Right?
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute.
Um,
Like that.
Yeah.
with a DC of 11 plus the spell's level. And it will take you 4 days for first level for a common rarity, so first or second level spell.
Okay.
Because it's. I guess we're creating a second level spell, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Second level spell is uncommon. So. Sorry, uncommon is different. It costs you at least 20 days to attempt to make one. It will cost you 500 gold per attempt. But the DC stays the same, so it's still 11 plus the spell's level, which is second at this point. So 13 DC.
So 20. I have to.
It will cost you 20 days.
Give her guidance.
Guidance lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
She needs 20 days.
Oh, right.
So unless you want to give up, you can help her and
No.
spend 20 days doing that.
I'm not gonna spend 20 days doing that.
You can also
Hire someone to increase the price, cut down on the time, and get advantage on the roll. But it increases the price.
But I
The DC is only 13. What could go wrong?
Like, what's your Arcana?
That's true.
+2.
You can hide.
But
You can
how
hire,
many times do I have to pay the high price?
and
Every attempt.
until you give up or succeed, I guess.
Every day?
No,
Oh,
you
every time.
like the person like getting help.
from the Sunrise faculty costs 2 gold per day.
You can cut if you have someone help you. You can cut down the time from 20 days to 10.
But if it
If it
fails,
fails, you'll need to try again.
Okay. I will do it.
So it will with help.
you get advantage. It only costs you 10 days instead of 20,
Yeah.
but it will cost you 500 gold for creating the spell,
Okay.
as well as 20 gold for hiring someone to help you.
Okay.
Like 8 is
So
natural.
520 gold.
Always lands on 8.
And the DC is 13.
Please.
You have
Advantage. 10 days.
Natural 1. Natural.
Sneak eye.
One second.
Sneak
10 days. works
You'll do it.
with
You'll
help.
do it.
No. You get a natural 20 then. Come,
Stick ass.
Succeed.
you can do it.
One second. Person.
I have to warm up the dice.
You don't, but
Right now it seems like those things are coming out of your mouth. You should roll it for her.
Person.
Please don't.
It's 2 natural 20s.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's for you.
you'll have the opposite.
One for you, one for me.
guys.
11 plus.
It's also pretty badass. Would you blow up if you roll a natural 1 on this?
We'll find out.
I'm glad I asked that question.
That's nice.
But she hires someone who to help, so she has advantage.
You'll be fine.
Alright, DC 13. Your Arcana is +2, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll.
Come on, you can do it.
See if you can create this spell in the first try.
Woohoo!
Easy.
Natural 20?
No.
Let's see, 16 and 16.
Exactly the same. Oh.
Right?
So that's a total of 8.
It's not snake.
What?
8.
You have a minus 8?
Damn.
You have a minus 8.
That's rough.
You have a minus
It's
8
rough,
on
buddy.
intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very stupid.
That means you successfully create the spell for 520 gold. You have 1 spell scroll of the spell now,
Nice.
and it's added to your spell list, which means you can create more scrolls if you want to, as well as if you level up, you can take the spell. I'll write it out in D&D Beyond so you get a little
Thank
thingy.
you. Thank you. First try, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! Is
I'm
it
awesome.
Is it a... No, it's not a fire spell. It's a...
No, it's a
Support
protect.
AC.
You
Yeah.
can.
This is abjuration.
I mean, you
abjuration
can
spell.
flavor it as like a shield of fire that comes
Yeah,
around,
like however you want
Yeah.
to. But that also just depends to the caster.
like a ring of fire.
So for me, it's like fire, and for Zero, it would be S.
Like yeah,
Or cool.
this spell I would have to think about it. It's probably available. It would probably be available to every arcane caster.
Also to me.
So
And to you.
You're not an arcane caster.
I'm not an arcane caster.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
no, you're an arcane caster.
Bard would be arcane-ish.
You're not
No.
because there's arcane druidic.
I could
Arcane-
What's Warlock then?
Yeah,
Arcane.
Pray more.
Is that
Pray to more than before.
Even sorcerer is also
Oh,
arcane,
yeah,
even though
okay.
divine soul gets it from God. It's still arcane magic.
It's the expression
Yeah,
you
'cause you have arcane, divine, and druidic.
Baronies.
They're a little different. Druidic is
Bags
only
or
used by like druids and rangers, and
Never heard of it?
cleric is only used by
Mostly used
clerics
by
and paladins. So yeah,
And not Warlock.
But
no,
doesn't that
Yeah.
mean
Okay.
that the price of my jewelry thing goes down?
yes, because you would only be able to spend 23 days on, or instead of 23, you would only be able to spend 13 days on.
do 16 million other.
Meaning you only spent 26 gold
That's what frustrates me.
on
28,
that.
28 gold? 26 gold.
26.
It's 13 days.
Yeah, and then minus 520.
Yeah.
Hmm.
520. What do you want to? Do you want to also gold?
Yep.
Okay.
My new
520.
Rip.
things are, by the way, my gold, I have 2,559.
That's okay. How much silver do you have left over?
1.
1 silver.
It's like pulling it to someone, just like
Okay.
change.
That's money.
Because I just note down how much you guys spend, and then I start calculating it. So you have 1 silver left. How much copper do you
This
have? left?
costs 500 gold.
8. Then everything else is gone.
Yep.
And how much gold do you still then have to pay?
To pay.
Can you
Or
afford
13 gold out of just that?
Yeah. I have no a
or
gold
26 gold?
You need to spend 26 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2,559 gold.
Okay, don't tell me that, because that doesn't help me. What I only do is I note down how much you guys spent.
Yeah.
So how much copper did you spend?
None, right?
0.
No, none.
None. So you still have 480 copper. Or 478 copper.
Yeah.
Didn't
Okay.
you?
Oh, sorry. Jesus.
Yeah.
I was very confused.
Okay, how much
As
silver
well,
did you
because
none.
spend? None. Okay, so you still have 364 silver.
I just all converted it to gold.
Okay, yeah, but
No, yeah.
And you just
no longer have the silver coins on her, right?
No, yeah.
Okay, so how much?
Silver did you spend?
That's what I need to know.
I need to know how much you spent.
Did you write that down?
I mean, you say you have 8 copper left, right?
Yeah, because I converted it
Okay.
to gold.
That means that 47 of your...
Copper
Yeah.
piece 470.
You spent 470 copper.
Yeah.
There you go. You have 1 silver piece left.
Yeah, so I did, I don't know what it was, 200.
You had
364.
Yeah.
So, and you say you only have 1 left.
So I
That's what you
spent
said.
360.
Does that add up? Because...
No, but you were wrong because I had 361.
According to my thing, but okay.
But I did.
No, that's
This
fine.
is why I don't put gold in my D&D games.
But in my
I don't
thing,
wanna put
it
Alright, so
says
you
I
only
had
have
less.
1 silver left.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spent 360 of that. And then you didn't spend any more gold.
No.
You managed to
I
pay that
practiced, though.
from just copper and silver.
Yes. And when that was
From the
gone,
ones doing
I
that as
started
well.
spending.
Okay, how much gold did you then still spend?
If I get magical secrets, I want this one.
Jesus.
That's pretty good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why did you,
Why?
why did you spend time to learn stealth?
Like you gave silver, you gave copper, then you had to give gold still because you didn't have enough.
So,
How much
Yeah.
gold did you give?
magical secrets is at level 7.
Yeah.
This would be a plus 6.
I will come back to you for that.
It's for the entire.
Is there anything else you want to do?
Need
No,
for the entire
that's
slot because it
Okay.
costs a spell slot. So,
No fireball?
not yet.
You can do fireball.
We have a fireball.
Yeah.
I mean,
When? When's the last time fireball was cast in this
A long time ago.
Well, that's why. You don't need 2 then.
Yeah.
I mean, my experience with
I
the
mean,
bard
we
with
could get on
fireball is
fire.
pretty good.
Angie, we could get on fire
You
together.
killed a bunch of dwarves.
I did no such thing. It's all slander.
You killed 8 dwarves.
It's all slander.
And crippled 1.
I mean, it was kind of their fault.
It was their fault.
I
Yeah,
thought they
right.
were gonna be like a tough combat,
They
so I
looked a lot
threw
tougher.
fireball in and just killed all of them.
Yeah.
They shouldn't look so tough
Alright.
in their beds.
George.
It's your
And
turn.
I
You
It's your
want
turn.
to do what?
I want to do
Things.
2 things.
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn the perception skill.
Okay.
Ah, you wanna see.
Let's start with that. How are you training this with or without a master? Or somebody who's proficient in perception.
We're both proficient, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're busy.
I'm
Yeah.
also
Learning
gonna be
stealth.
busy.
They're both busy. So
Yeah.
I'm just.
You used all of your days. She
Anyone wants to learn survival, though.
Theodore.
Yeah.
Theater should learn. I could.
If you want
I-
to teach him,
I could learn theater survival,
we'll see when we get.
but
to
I'm not gonna.
Alright.
I'm not gonna spend my time with them, man.
Well, the way George would want to learn perception
Is to walk around.
is...
Smelling. I smell shit.
Just looking like this.
Is there any, like, law practice? Like,
Signed up for the guards, or
no,
You
I mean,
wanna go
more
become
literal. More
Private
as in,
investigator.
not... No, don't be
Yeah,
investigation. It's more attending or, like, actual court.
Oh.
And
oh yeah,
receiving and
Besides
that. Depends what you focus on, I suppose.
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah. Alright. There are open courts that you can attend if you want to. How would you pick a perception there? Because indeed, inside makes a lot of sense. But how do you want to pick a perception there specifically?
Well,
Smell if they're peeing in their pants, or smell that they're lying.
Smell that smelly smell.
all those other things, like, you know,
can taste.
inside investigation, he's already good at all those things.
How
So
would you learn perception?
Why or how?
How? I know why.
Normally it would be like through like long experience. But if you focus on picking up elements,
Yeah, like details in
Yeah.
that you could do that.
Well, usually George picks up things by like gestures or the way they say things, but now George really wants to like see if he can see things from how they are like dressed or how they are presenting themselves, like visually, trying to identify. And if they're like, because you have like a lot of people maybe like whispering a little bit, they're like talking under. See if he can like start learning to read the lips a little, get a bit of like
Okay.
better eyes after that.
Read the lips.
Like whenever a lawyer and a defendant are talking to one another,
Yeah,
try to pick
just
up
get a
on
better pickup on that stuff.
Okay, that
Like he
works,
really
that
wants to.
But you're doing this on your own, not with somebody who is proficient in perception.
Well, preferably you would want to like get somebody
Okay.
he can attend with, who can help them.
You want to go look at some people?
You want to observe some court and get the law.
I mean, there are people that can, for example, help with like lip reading and stuff like that, and picking up body language from a distance. Those kinds of things to teach. You could learn, not necessarily with the person, but you could also learn them from books at the faculty. So you can spend some time in practice and sometimes in theory if you want to do that.
What about also?
And then I will allow you to, as long as you spend the money, have help from someone.
What about like listening in on people? That's
also part.
Yeah.
But that would not be something somebody learns to you. So you can
Yeah.
you can read in books, then use that in practice. As long as you spend the same amount of gold, you can do it without an actual person. So, your case. How smart are you?
The intelligence is 12.
Thank you.
Okay. So you need 45 days to pick up a new skill. Let's see. You're doing this with a master, which will cost you 2 gold per day. So for 45 days, will cost you
90 gold.
90 gold.
Chocolate keys.
Very well.
Okay.
Let's see.
Where are you at? George.
Do it.
No.
Do it. What are they made of? Like bronze. I wouldn't do that.
Alright.
I mean,
So you
I don't know
spend
if you wanna
90 gold
keep it.
and
Yes.
45 days training yourself to pick these things up.
You're
Paying
paying.
that all in gold? Or some other way?
No, that's my own. That'd be.
Just spend it
You're
for
paying
the party.
90 gold to pay someone to teach you how to look at people.
No, not a person. He's like reading books and stuff on lip reading and body language, stuff like that.
Because you want to look better.
I want to observe things better. Yes, because
Not
you
be
know,
sprung upon.
there's a lot of dangerous things we've been getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are not
You
able
and-
to.
There's about a bunch of self-help books about how not to get ambushed by goblins. It
Yeah,
exists.
Look at us.
You know, and there's a lot of people he doesn't trust. Turning it.
So
turns
The
out.
90 gold is just gold, right?
Look,
The 90 gold is gold, not platinum or something. Okay.
That works.
it has no function.
So that's 45 out of your 63 days. You still have 20 or 18 days left.
I will use those 18 days to just
Okay, so
try to look for a forge, a smith,
Right?
and help them. Essentially,
be free.
just help them.
Well, there is the salt steel smithy, which is somebody who works at the edge near the docks. They do a lot of repairs on ships. Those who do carry weaponry and armor when they are out also come here.
George is also a carpenter, so the ship one sounds actually kind of like.
I mean, there's a carpenter and there's a smithy.
I know.
They
but
do
he,
different parts.
Smithy.
he can do both. He switches both.
Well, if you want to spend time there,
You do.
if you want to spend time there to like land a hand, I'll allow you to either make a persuasion check or a check using your proficiency in, for example, your smithing to convince them to allow you to work there. Then they'll take you on for whatever days you have remaining, and you get a little bit of a payout. So, which one do you want to do, the carpenter or the?
It's definitely the smithing because that's
Yeah.
that's
Specialty.
More, that's
Go ahead and make either a persuasion check or a smith's tools check.
Smith's tools check.
Go for it.
First, it's not that good, huh?
It's probably better to. And, you know, because why wouldn't he? Like, he's gonna guide himself whilst doing that.
Sure.
Constantly.
Because he's a little.
I mean, why wouldn't he?
insecure.
Yeah, fair. I mean,
So-
if you can do it. I would
Well,
use it all the
plus,
fucking time.
I think it's just proficiency because things. So that would make it 15.
Oh, you have expertise in your smith tools, right?
So it's a double
You took a
proficiency.
feat for that in fourth level, I remember. So it's double your proficiency bonus.
No, that's the weapon that does that, and it's not yet activated.
But you took your feat at fourth level is skilled.
Yeah, it's for
It's 3 more
investigation.
skills.
And you get something else from that, right?
Investigation.
Just that?
I got double proficiency in investigation.
Okay.
Expertise is better.
Okay, in that case, you're good. So what did you get?
So you are.
It would be a
PI.
15.
I'll say that's enough to convince them to allow you to work there. In the same way that we did her playing
It's
out
good.
there. It's not great. You're a little like, I hope they don't kick me out on this. But to be fair, like the Soul Forge is there,
Well,
and then the Smithy and Rainfield's kind of like there.
there is the thing, right? I don't know if it would help me a little bit, but if they want, I could twice a day make something in an hour so with time, as long as it's within 100.
It's probably the thing that convinces them to take you on.
Which is a pretty nice thing to have if you have
Yeah.
like speed orders. If you have speed orders.
We'll do this in the same way because you have how many days left? 18.
18.
We'll round it up to 3 weeks, which will roll in the same way that we did your
Get round
money
time
making.
now.
So in this case, I would need you to roll Smith tools checks on yourself.
So that's a +5 then.
Guidance help in anything, or would that have a...
I will say because you can cast this on yourself the entire time, and like you would be playing out on your own. Either he would give up all his time to help you,
Mm-hmm.
which is different. Here it's just you cast this on yourself. So I'll allow you to use guidance for this.
And this is just straight Smith tools, or is there like a skill
Um,
attached to this, or thing?
Wisdom, right? Or no?
Or wisdom or strength or whatever, like, or
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
So, like, it's...
intelligence could work as well.
Yeah, but
I'll allow you to choose between
You're not making things
for yourself. You're not making smithing things for more than so. I will not.
Definitely
wisdom.
not like doing this in any religious intent.
Yeah, I will not allow wisdom. I'll allow you to either use strength or intelligence.
Oh, strength, definitely strength.
Okay.
plus
Because
2.
either it's your strength, just your pure skill, or it's your intelligence of how well you can interpret an order.
Alright, so I'm rolling
not that
3
strong.
dice.
Alright. 0 and strength.
Is this clear enough?
Normal.
Yeah, so the white is the white and the red is the red. Yeah, okay. Go for it. Because you have 3 weeks indeed.
Okay. So it's +6. So one of them is a 17.
Okay, 1 second.
That's saved by guidance.
Okay, so 1. Okay. So the first one, which one?
The order
Really
was
don't know.
Well, 17,
17. Then
then a 15,
15.
okay,
and then a 26.
26. Okay. So started relatively strong, slack a little bit in the second week, but in the end, again with a banger. You,
5 style.
yeah,
His masterpiece.
17.
Big banger.
Let's see. With a 17, you make.
Question did the fireball.
Let's see.
And
That
the
is.
dagger.
You make 56 silver pieces in your first week.
That's how she told
You
you.
look like a rabbit right now.
Okay, hold up, I'm gonna... 56.
So in the first week is 56 silver pieces.
Mhm.
Second week is 35 silver pieces. Then in your last week is banger. You kind of get known around town, and there's a lot more shit coming in, but you handle it, and you make 28 gold pieces.
Woohoo.
In the last
Shit.
week. Because you rolled a 26. Like that's
It's a
like
banger.
that's between very hard and nearly impossible. So
Yeah.
it's really good.
Started to get to know the tools.
Yeah. This also means that your work gets a little bit well known amongst the people in Rainfield, especially the ones who are within
We're seeing so.
Who
are in need of your services now and again. The smithy you can return to work if you have some time to lend a hand in the future without having to roll another check. And you make your contact there. So you get to know relatively well. Let's see, what's her name? Lucille Longheart.
Daughter of.
No.
Oh, George.
You get to know
It's
Lucille
to be one.
Longheart, which is
Oh, George.
an older halfling
Oh,
who is very much like, she doesn't take much shit from the sailors that come to her. She's a little bit of a, can be perceived as rude in some instances, but she's very functional. Whatever she creates is very quickly done and it's functional. Not pretty all the time. That's kind of what she berates you on in the beginning. But you get to know her relatively well. And if you ever need some help with some
berates me on from the beginning.
well, you make things too pretty and it takes a little bit too long.
Well,
Just like
Just finish it like this and then you're done.
no, that's not how you do it.
Takes a bit. If you have contact, you can return there, and there's all. If you ever need a,
Smith's name?
uh,
The Smith in general.
yeah, the let's see, the salt steel smithy, and there's also always a forge available for you here now, if you need a forge, which can be useful. So you making a contact. We're not going into the whole
Making
very deep
connections.
roleplay stuff, but making a connection can help in some ways.
I have a favor, you have a forge.
Well, you also have connections. Like if you want to make us like ask them for more help, and you owe
Ask
them
them
another
to
favor,
murder
that's also fine.
someone, to blackmail people.
Maybe you have to kill someone for them.
Yeah.
We'll see.
deliver.
Deliver someone to someone.
Did deliver something to somewhere like multiple times.
Don't worry about what's in this balloon.
Yeah.
Just swallow it.
Well, that's going the wrong way.
uh, you should just hope it doesn't burst.
I made to deal with the devil. Okay.
It's not the
No,
devil.
that's not that bad.
I mean,
It's,
I made
you
a
were the ones.
perfume.
Where am I gonna look for somebody with a stealth proficiency? I am going to look in alleyways to find the sneakiest
I
person.
mean, she was right.
I mean, that's one way to do it, sure.
It
Good
worked
job.
Perfect.
Yeah, you could also get
So I'm not gonna
Go
make
for
any
spies
better
or
better
something.
choices.
spies
from
or
our
guards or
mistakes.
something could also work.
Spies would have
Possibly,
worked,
if you
yeah.
if you wanted to try, see if you can get some help in somebody who does, like private investigator could probably help,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But no, looking in alleyways and asking the first person there to see if they can help you sneak around the city unnoticed, and they were like, sure.
Let's go.
Anything else, George?
Well, that's all my time, isn't
Yeah, if you spend the rest of your time there, that is
it? I mean, I send messages to family, like,
keeping them up to date.
telling them
About
this
that, at the
fortune-
beginning of my downtime, I write this letter. I already wrote it
I can see that.
before at the New Year's Eve. We
Mhm.
did, and this is the real letter.
Oh right, you were writing something.
Also,
That's very nice, but I don't think it's for me, is it?
Yeah, you can read it.
No, but is it for me, or is it for one of your family members?
It's one of my family.
Because then there's sending costs. It costs money to send.
Okay, how many?
Let's see.
also, if people want to like have
It's the same
messages
continent,
sent-
so it's okay.
It's the same country. Because you're
Yeah.
sending it from Rainville, right?
Yeah.
That's like on horseback. That's like 4 days of travel to your parents.
Yeah.
I'll say that costs. Yeah, that costs you 4. That's a bit much. 4 times 5. 2 gold pieces to have it sent one way. The 2 gold pieces, and you get the letter
No,
sent.
I want to send it one way and the other way.
Okay. Well, I'll read this whenever it's appropriate.
Maybe it never arrives.
But that's what you wanted to do. But we'll switch to you because you haven't had some time. You've been sitting here waiting for you.
Yeah. So while they're all doing their boring stuff.
Yeah. You do your interesting stuff.
No, I'm.
Fight Club.
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah.
It's possible.
No. Well, I wanted to start learning like a martial skill.
Yeah. Well, you wanted to learn one of the maneuvers
Yeah.
from the battle master
Yeah.
subclass. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that-
and while
that
I
what it
could
is?
go to like a guard to do it like in a proper way, that's boring. So I want to go to like a fight club, like an underground fight club, and that's not a good idea.
Also
Well-
underground.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's why
Well,
what
team
I
on
was
the
gonna
ground.
say.
There is like sports clubs that do boxing and do stuff like that and have
That's
events.
way too.
You can do that.
That's way too above.
You can also try. But you don't know what lives in the underworld of Rainfield.
I
Knowing
know.
your history with
I mean,
your connections, do you want to tread that threat?
I mean, Utsil's gonna spend 9 weeks in the city. Like, he's having an unpleasant enough time as it is, so he's probably like, I need to get out, like, get some real fights.
Huh?
So probably, yeah.
In that case,
He was hoping for this.
I mean, no.
I'll say it's not too difficult to find the connection through the connection
You have.
Hey.
to really get away. Like, you learn at one point, oh yeah, there's a place there, nobody really knows about it, but it's there, and like, we had a party there at one point after one of the performances, and like, you can go check it out. So, upon instruction of Bree, you can find your way to,
I'm banging all of you down with me.
it moves around, it's one of the,
Of course it does.
it's a fighting ring that's organized a little, under the table. There's this this market stall where they sell fruits, and it's also how you place wagers. And that's also how they give away which warehouse they use what day to actually fight in, and they come by together in the evening to actually do so.
I assume, like, it's not with weapons, so I'll leave my gauntlets.
I mean, there are options for those who are willing to tread more dangerous grounds. There's more money to be made in lethal fights.
I mean, I don't want to kill anyone, so
There you go.
it's for sport.
Yeah.
Lethal.
Also means you can die.
Yeah, no lethal.
Lethal.
Non-lethal.
You won't die.
But you eventually, through connections of connections, get introduced to an older human. Named Armel. Fuck. That's not his name. It's
Armel fuck?
Yeah.
Damn. His name is...
Armel Trudeau.
We should have kept it at fuck.
Yeah. That was way better.
That was more badass.
Yeah. Fuck.
Armel
Hey,
fuck Trudeau.
What do you do?
Sure.
Armel fuck
Yeah.
Trudeau.
It's not. He recognized it. That's fine.
I'm all fuck Trudeau.
And he
Fuck is his nickname.
Yeah.
he's part of organizing most of the fights. Also takes part in them.
It's a human, so that's good.
And he also vets new people who want to participate. If you want to, Armel can teach you a maneuver if you want to. In return, though, any winnings you make are his.
Like, all of it?
All of it.
Dang.
Otherwise, you can go to some above-ground sporting school for rich people.
Sure, yeah, fine, yeah, okay.
Or I can teach you properly, and then you can, day after that...
Alright.
So,
You made a point.
let's see. I would like you to make an athletics check.
Yes.
How many weeks does it take
For you to learn something.
Let's start there. So,
8 weeks.
8
work weeks.
8 work weeks? Which is
Because
how many
I have a
days?
+2.
It's 40 days.
Yeah, I have a +2 in intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
and that's 8 work weeks. That's 8 times 5, right? That's 40.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 40 days. PC training. Yeah, 40 days. That is, let's see, 40 days divided by 7 is 6 weeks-ish.
I could also start on like one martial skill and then the other martial skill. Another.
I feel like I'm Obelix.
So,
A little bit.
we're going to do the same thing as we did for them,
Mhm.
where every week you're going to roll an athletics check to see how well you perform.
Roll low, roll low.
This is just has influence on how, like, your public standing
Mhm.
within the underground, how well that goes for you.
Yeah.
After the time, you will learn the maneuver.
All right.
But if you roll really, really bad and you don't make any money, which is possible, you're gonna owe someone. So,
That's nothing new to me.
nope.
But, maybe not.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean,
So-
yeah. Well, what's one other crime organization?
Utsil needs 6 weeks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Going down.
6.
Alright.
Go ahead.
That noise.
Um,
Point.
How
One point.
much was it? Like 6? 6
I'm a
weeks?
master.
6 weeks. To learn with a master normally it costs 2 gold per day.
Mm.
So that means you will have to make at least, let's see, in 40 days.
You can also like
80?
pay him.
Well, no, he will take all your winnings. But if you have too little winnings, then if you have more winnings, then nice for him. But if you have too little, you might have a problem.
I would like offer like I can also just like pay, but
Let's see. That means you need to make at least 80 gold, or otherwise you owe him some.
right.
You can do it. No, otherwise you have to pay.
Go ahead and roll your first athletics check.
That's 10.
All right, 10. Second,
It's an 11.
11.
God fucking damn it. All right.
What was the third?
Third is 4 plus 5, so that's a 9.
9. What was the fourth? Because you rolled it already. Fourth was good.
Yeah, fourth was so 23. The fifth is
24.
24.
Oh no, wait,
Okay.
23. You're right. 23, 24.
And that one is a 15 plus 5. That's a 20.
20. All right. Slow start. Doesn't go that well. Get knocked down a couple times. Last 3 weeks, you begin picking it up, though. That's also when kind of the training starts kicking in.
Yeah.
That means, in the first week, let's see, with a 10, you make 7 silver pieces. Second week, with an 11, make 35 silver pieces.
Let's jump.
Third week, with a 9, because that's the edge of the thing. With a 9, you make another 7 silver pieces. The 23, however, let's see, you make 14 gold pieces. And 24, the 14 gold pieces. And the 20 is
Like
56
athletics,
silver
just
pieces.
pure athletics, right?
Just athletics.
Yeah.
Brings your grand total to a little less than you needed.
Yeah. I have 2 weeks left.
I have to compliment your dedication.
And I would like to start another skill, so I would.
You want to continue then?
Yeah.
No,
No, I have 3 weeks
it's
left.
comfortable.
You spent 40 out of 63.
Yeah, so there's 23 days left.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 22.
Let's see.
Let's check real quick. You have made...
Come on.
What was the 20, by the way? What did it make from that?
The 20 made you 56 silver pieces.
Less than I expected from a 20.
Okay. You made about 30 gold. Which he's not too pleased about.
No, that's fair.
But you pick up the skill. And you want to continue in the same line.
I mean, if he lets me.
We'll keep taking your earnings.
That's fine.
Alright. Go ahead and roll. You had 23 days left.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to round that down to 3 weeks. For 3 rolls, but still 23 days. What's the second maneuver you want to learn, by the way? Because the first one is trip attack,
Yeah.
which you pick up. Which you can do once a day. And you get a D8 superiority die for that specifically.
Yeah.
And you get to use it again if you finish a long rest.
Alright. Like a martial adept feat.
No, because then you get it back on a short rest.
Alright, right.
You get this back on a long rest.
Let's see, what was it? I did see one. Yeah, goading attack.
Goading attack. Okay.
Goading. That's goading.
So first roll.
The first one is a 19.
19.
Second one is a 17 plus 5. 22.
Okay.
And a 10.
10. Which will make you 56, 14. 56 gold, silver pieces. 14 gold pieces. As well as, let's see, 10. That will get you only 7 silver pieces. So you begin learning the second one. You have you're 23 days in.
Yeah, so how many days do I still need for that?
Let's see, because I also have water vehicles here. Let's see, goading attack. You spent, out of the 40 days, 23 working with a master. So this means you still have to do 19. For sure. No, that doesn't make any sense. 17. Still need to do 17 days. Because you underperformed a little bit,
Yeah.
he accepts it because you do start making strides. Right? Your name is just not picking up just now.
I mean, I'm also not like promoting it. So.
No. So it's like, your work is getting better. He just needs, something needs to be set up properly for like a decent fight. So you get to know him a little bit, and after around the time that you're going to have to leave, he just mentions that next time you're back, just to repay this and make sure that nothing of this follows back on anyone you know. No one goes after the person that led you here, none of that. There will be something set up that can make up for the lost costs.
Sure. I can
You
also
just-
still pay it.
Next time there's going to be a bit of a grander event,
Yeah, sure.
and he expects you to return when you are in Ringville again.
Someday.
And also, do you go with with Utsul? Because whatever
Probably
name you
not.
use does kind of get out there.
Probably I won't.
Harry
Okay.
Hook.
Harry.
Just Harry.
Just
Harry Stein.
No.
Hoarding Harry.
ordinary. No, I'll
Hoarding
just
Harry.
use Harry.
Huh?
I'm not gonna use it. So.
The door dozer.
That's my stage name. That's why it hasn't caught on.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
take-
haven't fought any doors yet.
Yeah, you should get door
Should be a
knocker because
mimic.
it's better.
Like I'm better at hitting things than actually like athletic
Overknocker.
things.
I'm better at knocking at things.
So you pick up the maneuver, and you're part way into learning the other one. You can still continue if you have days on your own, but
Like that's 17 days left
17 days left
with the master, so that's like 4 times as much with.
on your own. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need 54 days on your own, ish, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
54.
Yeah.
Have you done everything you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Have you done everything you wanted to do?
Yep.
Have you done everything you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done everything you wanted to do?
Well, I was gonna. I wanted to do something with George, but we're both busy, so.
Yeah, you spent your. I mean, is there anything? What is it specifically?
No, like
Maybe you
roleplay thing.
can combine it.
No roleplay thing. More.
Roleplay thing. Alright.
No.
In that case, we have rounded off the downtime portion of this.
I made good choices today.
We're going to take a break. After that, we'll be jumping
We
in
both made good choices.
about halfway through the total downtime time, which I don't think anybody will die, so we'll be fine.
Total downtime time.
And that's where we're going to be picking up this.
Down,
Something that's going to happen in the city of Renville.
Until then,
We will be back in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Don't leave.
Don't leave. And then we're going to be hopping into some roleplay aspects here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And welcome back, everyone, to the 38th episode of Unravel. By the way, I should check, actually. Alright, it actually works. Okay. So, we are going to be picking it up in the middle of the downtime period, which still happens as is, but about 4 weeks in, something happens. Something that Angie has been anticipating. The backlash on the giving away of the crown. Why are you bringing up minis?
We're gonna.
Because I have a feeling we have to use them.
No.
I'm not gonna fight anything.
Otherwise,
I mean, I am fighting things every day, but
Yeah.
otherwise they're nice to have here.
So, 4 weeks in, announcement goes around town.
That evening, or that later afternoon, the regional
King.
or the brother of the previous prince, will have an announcement for the people concerning the future of Genova.
Oh god.
First of all, it's important to know: do you guys attend,
Or do you hear secondhand what's
I want to attend, but in disguise.
I want to. I haven't learned stealth yet, right?
no? Like 4 weeks in, and none of you have learned anything yet.
Yeah.
Not completely.
Well, I want to be there first. Yeah.
You want to be the first of all?
So you all go there.
I mean, if they're gonna go, depends when, I guess.
You would have the time to go.
Alright.
Like during this thing, you don't have to worry about your training. So. You guys go to the announcement, and on the main plaza, where besides the market square, a standing podium is there specifically for these types of announcements, and a large part of the populace of Rainville is in attendance, which includes a lot of local
Guards, soldiers, but also nobility.
I'm sweating now.
You're also wearing.
You're wearing 4 layers of clothing.
Yeah.
And at one point, the
king's brother
steps forth.
onto the balcony, out on the plateau.
Didn't do that.
Too bad.
I mean, they're noble, so.
No, but he has the attention already.
Let me check. Okay, there we go.
Like very softly.
Which you two would know, and you guys probably would have picked up.
The current
King.
here is Emile Bordeaux.
I wouldn't have picked it up, probably.
You didn't. He steps up with somebody you recognize, a younger human female,
Dressed in
heavy plated armor, covered in the
iconography of
Pelor.
which
This is, this is somebody who Foucher often butted heads with. This is Rosemary Brunel, which is a paladin of Pelor rather than Bahamut. They step up together. I'll change the music.
I mean, Master Foucher also not a paladin of Riddle.
No, he's a paladin of Bahamut.
It's also a paladin.
Was it a fart?
No, it was an oath to food.
And there, in the past,
in the past couple days, the last like 2 or 3 weeks, there have been rumors that the crown has been found, and that it has been bestowed upon someone.
but here, there's
A distance that's kept from there, like that's not real. And Serfusher hasn't stepped forward yet. He hasn't come back yet to Rainville where he used to live.
He's dead.
so they're all very skeptical. The average folk is like, we'll see what happens. This is just another rumor.
You guys also pick up that apparently it doesn't surprise him that these rumors started
Flaring up again because, first of all, the Bretons were losing the war that they started aggressively.
as well as they claimed before to already have the crown. So they're not surprised by this. But Emile steps forward and addresses the crowd. Simply goes, "People of Rainville,
I have interesting news to give to you all.
It has been confirmed that the crown of Genova is in the possession
Of Lord Frederick Bouton. The city of Garleon that is currently under siege by Lord Desrun. Though this revelation has
shook us all. Sefucher has not yet stepped forth. So the purpose of the landing of this crown
has not yet been confirmed.
We have information that a trusted
Of him was entrusted with this crown and gave him the job to deliver it.
he kind of like he's very careful with how to word this, because the moment this has been like this rumor is being confirmed by him, there are people in the crowd who begin yelling. Some of them go, "But he is not my king."
Why is he, Count? He is the one who attacked first. People start becoming angry at the fact that they have suffered at the hand of the Bretons, who attacked first.
Even though if they claim to have had the crown all along, they might as well just reveal it then. Why wait and why harm the people so badly? Emil definitely attempts to slow down the crowd.
And goes, I know that this
Is not something that we wished for.
but
If this is truly the choice of my brother, we may have to respect.
I have publicly invited members of all families
To join us here in Rainville under a flag of truce to discuss this
and see how to proceed forward.
with this revelation. And
With that, he closes out.
saying that times are yet uncertain, but people should hold steady. They begin to leave,
And some of the crowd begins to disperse
but there's a center core
of people that live there their entire lives that become incredibly angry.
and
Protests
begin to happen that turn
in the later hours of the evening a little violent.
but it's quelled. The general consensus among the populace, some people don't really care and want the whole thing just to be over with. Some people understand the choice because Lord Breton was the battle master of Genova and a good protector. Maybe a little aggressive at first, but if he needed to assert dominance, people understood.
And other people are downright mad loyalists of the crown, people that were proud to live
In the capital, which will now probably be shifted. People in general, mostly very patriotic people.
You all return
To lady.
where you're all staying.
Drinks are served, and it's a little bit of a quieter night. A lot of people have gone home. It's one of the few nights that you don't play. In a week that you make a little less money.
That's same here.
But you are all
Eventually handed out some food and are sat at the table.
discuss, if you wish.
That was a revelation. I mean, that was
It
mixed
could have been worse.
Yes.
It was awful.
I mean, whatever you would have chosen, people would have been mad.
Yes, you can never make everybody happy.
And you are a princess.
Don't say that word here.
No.
I'm also a princess!
Zira says.
That's what I was talking about.
Well, Zira,
Zira, don't
from now
mention
on,
that.
you can have my title.
Thank you! But I was already a princess.
but now you're a real princess of a real
She
country.
was okay.
Oh, don't do that.
Lovely role playing of Zira.
I have some experience playing a stupid kobold.
Fair. Yeah. No, fair. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
But she's very smart.
Lower intelligence, higher wisdom, but it's
Yeah.
also 0.
That's true.
But yeah, problem solved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
At least they know what where the crown is and who has it.
What if
So
they
that's
find
clear.
out that I gave?
They won't. Why would they find out that?
No
Who
one's
are you
ever
anyway? Huh?
Who's gonna care?
Mathilde.
Who have you been going
No one's
by?
ever going to find out what you just said if you keep your mouth shut.
And then,
That was
furthermore,
a
who's gonna care? A bunch of commoners?
Yeah.
I mean,
You'll be fine. You just maybe want to
That's
like
a lot.
keep yourself a little. I can take you serious with the beard.
I can make
I
it
mean-
pretty serious with the beer.
It's from the
It's better than
It's
the
from the
ball cup.
Dawn Festival at the beginning of the year still. She just still wears it after 4 weeks.
It looks disgusting. You need to wash the beard. Don't you know that you need to properly care for a beard?
What do you mean?
No. So
I mean,
Well,
yours just this, right? Because it's this long.
no, it goes under the table.
Yeah, okay. Under
You
the
don't
table.
put your beard
Okay.
on the table. That's rude.
That's-
That's rude.
No, it's
Root
disgusting.
and it will
but-
get dirty.
Yeah, you should put it under the table.
Yes.
It's not hitting the ground if that's what you.
And if it's hitting the ground, then you would tie it. You would knot it up, or put it somewhere in a bag.
If it hits the ground, that means I'm that old that I wouldn't care.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
God, those
Hire
people
some-
suck.
I'll remove the beard. So you can take this seriously.
There's like sun-weathered skin around where the beard was.
This is line.
This tan line.
The reflective sun of the snow. Is
Just,
like like skiing goggles, but like a beard.
just keep the beard on.
This is why it was so hard to find somebody to teach her.
Why are you still wearing that?
But what name are you going by again?
Mathilda.
Stranger that we've
Mathilda.
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 Well, I actually
Katrina.
Methy.
Mathy.
I actually kind of used Katrina.
Now you're Katharina. That's your second name.
That's more logical.
Mathilda Katharina.
Methy.
Nasty catty.
Christy
Okay, I can take you seriously.
Hi.
You look like that.
So, do you want to do anything about it, or
I mean, what can I do about it?
exactly?
You're gonna try and shift public opinion?
Are you happy with the outcome? Is more what I'm trying to. Well, you didn't seem too happy, but this is like as good as it's gonna get, really.
I mean, I don't know what the other outcome would have been.
Well, the other outcome would have been that they have nothing.
Yeah.
That they would
The
most
oth-
likely be captured or killed,
That's very true.
which might still happen. I don't want to like completely.
I mean, it's
think this
snowballs
awkward, but
again.
it could
Yeah.
still happen. That's
It
That
could-
they get here, get assassinated or something.
King. They say, you know, statistically, King
Guys,
is
die
not
hard.
helping.
out of all jobs, King is like one of the ones where you get killed the most.
Mm.
George.
No, actually, that's not true. I know more dangerous. Those have
Well, what you did.
You guys' job.
yeah, adventure jobs.
I mean, only 1 out of 5 died.
Yeah.
That's a pretty bad
That's
average.
me.
1 out of 5 adventurers don't survive their first year.
That's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
But I survived. I will survive.
No, you died.
No, you died.
Yeah, but I
You
survived.
died multiple times. Yeah, look, you died. You died twice.
But I survived. I'm still here.
Yes.
By the grace of the Soul Forge.
Yes. Faces of Soul Forge, more than amen. Yeah.
But
Did you just make a cross?
is there
Oh wait, I should make a.
is there anything else you guys wish?
And then amen.
Is there anything you guys wish to discuss further?
At the table?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe not. We shouldn't do that at the table.
So how's all your things going?
Well, it's pretty good. I have someone. I've met someone. I told you about it.
Yeah.
And he's pretty nice.
Oh, okay. Tell me about the people that you've met.
Well, it's one little older human, and I think he has stolen something. But aside from that, I think he's pretty nice.
Yes.
The older human is my thing, I think, right?
And that's just old. He's
Oh,
average.
Right. I don't remember which.
Like your age.
So let me get this
No,
straight.
I'm 32. He's 40 or something.
Stole something from you?
No, he didn't steal anything from me. He stole things. I saw it happen.
You became friends?
No. Well, okay. Let me explain
How
this
did you
clearly.
become friends with this person, and how do you know he stole something?
I was looking in the alley just to make sure.
Don't ask her about the alleys.
Why
It's
were you
real
looking
weird.
through the alley? So
Because I
what's-
want to find someone
You
who
asked her
is
about
Is that why
who's
you
good
like...
in sneaking around and stuff. And then I look in the alleys.
Very stereotypical, but
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
it works.
stereotypical. It works.
You get to the
You
underground.
befriended a criminal?
Actually, yes. Because he had just stolen something, and then he went away, and then he almost got caught. And he sneaked away, and then I saw him, and I was like,
If
you can teach me something.
he almost got caught, it doesn't sound like he's very good at sneaking, is
He
he?
teach you stealing things?
No,
But that's illegal.
no, I'm not stealing things. You know I won't do that. I just want
You
the
won't?
sneaking part.
So...
Inside check.
Make an insight check. Go ahead and make one of the checks.
Make a deception check. Darn it.
Natural 20.
Well.
So whether or not it's deception or persuasion, you have convinced him.
I wouldn't steal anything.
I guess so. But why do you need... Well, I guess not being seen is a good thing in a sense.
Well, it's a thing none of us was good in before. And now
That is
I'm
true.
learning it. So,
So, we could learn from you.
yeah.
I don't think I will.
Why not?
I don't. Yeah, no.
I mean,
Later.
you could...
I
Yeah,
don't
okay.
like sneaking.
It could help, but I've been doing some very interesting things. I've been going to courtrooms and I've been learning about the law and then...
So, as you guys recap the first half of this
Well, that's a
session,
great combination of us. I mean, I have the bad side, he has the good side.
I mean-
Or
I
the
mean-
different side.
You didn't
actually.
break any laws, did you?
No, I didn't.
I mean, technically,
No, I didn't.
they're connected to like.
I just sneaked around and told some. Yeah, we just hanged a little. It was nice.
Did you hang people?
No, we hanged. We chilled together.
so
It's kind of a weird game.
as you guys
Roll the
recap
D20.
the first half of this session at the dinner and at the table,
Actually, you're younger in dwarven years than I am in halfling.
that's true.
I'm older than you, actually.
That evening, do you how
It's
is
hard to believe, but
how is the disbursement amongst you? How do you sleep? Are you guys doubled up? Do you guys share each your own room? Did you guys get a group
I
room?
have a very nice room, though.
Obviously.
I mean, modest and comfortable have to be together, but
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'm used to it by now.
that's true.
Your
After
bed
about
on the
after
ankle.
like 8 months, it's yeah.
The rest of the
But
inn
if
is
you-
not so happy with
If you
that.
guys are sleeping in the same
9
room,
weeks straight,
I mean,
just
we
like.
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys are
Apparently.
if you guys are sleeping in the same room,
Oh god.
later that evening, Andrew,
Oh,
Yes.
no. I have such a bad feeling about it.
you
Can I start writing a letter, though? In the evening?
sure you can start like writing a letter.
Can you write?
Yeah? What the fuck?
What the fuck was
That
that?
kind of shocked you so much.
Yeah, what the fuck? Aye.
No,
Angie.
she cannot write, so I will write it down for her as
Whilst-
a servant.
Angie, while you
Sure.
begin writing the letter, you're kind of focused on it. Bree, you pick it up first. You hear footsteps outside in the hallway.
So that's in the distance, but the footsteps
Footsteps are additional.
You just hear.
And you hear on the door of your tavern room just a...
Who's there? I asked.
So us.
A friend of Lady Button.
disguise, right?
Yeah, you are.
I look at
And you have
look
been
at-
pretty well.
At you, Andy. And I walk up to the door. Well, Lady Bertel isn't here. Who do I see? Who do I see?
Do you open the door?
I open the door.
Okay. Are you hiding or something?
Yeah.
Okay, because if you just open the door, you're sitting there. You open the door and you see the mage who
Where's the
teleported you.
Oh.
Who teleported you from Carleon to the safe house.
Oh, okay. Well,
But he's no longer wearing the armor that he was wearing before. He's no longer wearing any identifying
then I come out
clothes.
of hiding.
I say, well, Lady Bertel isn't here, but Mathilde Katharina would like to speak to you. And I
I don't understand.
I get this person in, and I shut the door, and I say, we shouldn't say that name in this hallway, because we don't know who hears that.
Well, no, but I knew she was in here.
Oh.
I was aware you traveled to Rainville, and I've been walking around the past day attempting to locate you
Okay.
through magic.
Oh, yeah.
I got a beat, and it led me here, so I was pretty convinced.
Okay.
You got beat. No.
A beat.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, no, then that is okay.
I have a message. Your father wishes to speak with you. Although he cannot travel this way on his own. There's a message he received, and he wished. I do not know the details. It's up to you, but I was the only one able to survive the
Go to the
connection.
points.
He wants to talk to you. I do not know.
Where? When? How?
Right here.
Yeah, well, now could be possible.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Give me a moment. And he grabs this little
This little
copper wire, and he holds it in his hand, and he holds it in front, and he begins to speak.
It's a phone.
No, he begins
To
to
speak like under his breath. You've seen this before, although George normally does it with his magic, your holy symbol.
My
Probably.
magic phone.
Yeah.
The hammer.
But he begins
Begins to speak and goes, Lord Bertel, Angie is available and could speak. Just let me know. And he waits for a moment. If you're ready. And he waves his hands, and as he does, this
almost like a mirror.
like reflection begins generating in the middle of the room, like this small slit of arcing energy, and it slowly expands into this oval-like shape, and through it you see you basically see a mirror, and through the mirror you don't see a reflection of the room. It's just kind of like a milky white, but standing in the reflection is a little bit of slightly obscured, but it's your dad. In full plate, he looks super fucking tired. He kind of reveals. He goes, "Oh, Angie, thank you for accepting this communication."
Yeah.
Like
Through gritted teeth, you see him go, "I hope your travel has gone well.
It's just going fine.
You're still in Rainville. If
we found you.
that's good. Because I need to ask for your help. I have attempted to get the word out and change people's opinion, but it is rather difficult. The Darth Runes most of all, as they are close to occupation of Gallion. As far as I'm aware, your mother and me is still okay, but I don't have anyone else to turn to for this. I received a message that I am to appear in Rainville under a flag of truce, but, well, in my current position, I do not feel like it is wise to travel that distance.
So you're sending me.
I know that Lady Davidon is bringing Frederick to speak on my behalf, but I do not know what happened to him.
Excuse me. A little back, please. What did you say?
Lady Davidon,
Has Frederick?
you know this. Your oldest,
I knew he was
your oldest brother had
taken
been.
by someone, right?
Yeah, you knew that when the attack on Sire failed, your brother Frederick was captured by Lady Davenant.
Oh, okay, okay, no.
This
I
was revealed, like,
I missed
4
the
weeks
Lady
ago for
Davenant
us.
Yeah.
part. Okay, no, sorry.
He goes, I do not know how his views and opinions may have changed.
Hmm.
And
So you want me to go for you?
Sir Foucher trusted you with the crown. He's always been an honest man. I do not see it's a problem in trusting the same person he trusted. I want you to see
If you can get yourself to that meeting,
you can speak to your brother. I want to know if he's okay. And whatever happens, I want our family to survive. I do not know what they want to discuss in this truce, but sadly, the gifting of the crown in Sir Foucher's absence has not been as easy
as one may have expected.
Hmm.
I know that I wronged
you, and I know that we are not on easy terms, but I need to ask you to do this
for the family.
You know, I could have told you this before you went, like, begging for the crown. I will do this for everyone else in my family, but you've taken this upon yourself. I told you I didn't want to give it to you. Consequences are yours.
I stated before. Whatever happens at that meeting, as long as it ensures that family survives, that's all I want.
So, when they ask for the crown, change in change our family's life. What's your answer on that?
As long as Frederick gets to take over after me.
I won't have any problems with whatever fate becomes upon me. But I need you to advocate for us.
I will.
Thank you.
He like steps back
And
and
the whole thing just dissipates.
the mage kind of standing there like. So,
I'll be staying here if you need me. Yeah. And he kind of like nods to you and leaves the room. A little awkward being part of that conversation. You were there as well. I'm assuming you were not in front of the
I'm just standing behind you.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Is he
Who are
going
you calling
yet?
this? Who's that? Who's that?
Well, Cersei has done a lot of weird things while you were gone.
or this beard for like
4 months. So, you guys are left in your room.
Yeah.
If you want to, we can go to the next morning when everybody's together.
Or if you guys have anything to say to one another.
So what now?
Well, I will have to go there and present my family.
You want me to go with you?
I will need everyone to go with. I am afraid I'm gonna need the protection. Because someone is gonna die. And I don't know if it's my father, or if it's my brother, or if it's someone else. But I have the bad feeling that this is not gonna end the way other wants to.
Well, can we just say that I am not going to die here? Since I've already done that.
I hope not. I hope none of us dies.
I also
no
hope
one
that.
can guarantee it.
But I'm not sure because these people are unpredictable.
The following morning,
Just like that pirate.
the
Oh,
following
wait, I don't know
morning,
yet.
you all
I don't know.
reconvene
At the breakfast
Okay.
table in one of the wealthy restaurants, we'll say. Get your own little booths, nice and quaint.
You want you to do what?
And you explain the situation, I'm assuming, to the rest of the party.
Yep.
So, what you're telling us is we need to go there to talk for him.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just... I'm pretty sure I suggested that, but then he said, "Oh, I am only the person who could convince them."
George,
Well-
you're really bad at imitating people.
I told you he wasn't reasonable, right? I warned
have
you
not-
about
I
it.
mean, it sounds.
Did you listen? No, you didn't.
Although, I was very drunk.
I gave
I
full control and
appreciate it.
choice
Me
in
too.
your
Wasn't
hands.
it?
You...
I appreciate what you did.
I thought your choice was a little quick. I didn't expect you to do it then and there, immediately, like that,
Well,
on a whim.
I
I was a little shocked when you
felt
did
a
it.
lot of pressure from him. And the way he,
Since when do you
But I
care
don't-
about that?
since that man is my father.
That's all.
Well, you know, my father...
You're not as a care about him.
Since he's the king of Shinova.
I mean,
He's not.
Yeah,
not.
He might not.
Yes,
have
he has the crown, so.
Well,
And even if
we
he's
have
the king, who
crown.
cares?
Does that make, you know...
Especially if he's the king, you should not be.
Well, it's a king.
If you're a king of nothing, you're not a king.
If you're a king, you're not.
I don't
Still,
know
he
what
has
you're
the
saying.
crown. It's an important object, so.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely... It doesn't matter. We can do it, if you want to. I'm willing to do it, if you are going to.
yeah, of course, we'll help you.
Well, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm prepared to sacrifice a lot for this.
Can we beat up nobles? Can beat up nobles. I'll beat up nobles.
So, and
Maybe.
still disguised as Methy,
Matthew Katrina.
Methy Katarina.
Yeah.
what do you want to do? Mathilda?
Matthew. How do we
I
get
mean,
in?
how am I disguised? Is it like
Your hair was cut
You have a
The
beard.
bowl
and
cut.
painted.
The bowl cut.
Yeah, the nose.
Bowl cut. The nose came off at one point.
yeah.
There was something. Yeah, the being dragged underground by a creature.
yeah, it kind
it's
of.
mostly your hair that's very different from what people are used
That's
to.
fucked.
Would I be recognizable as?
If you return to your normal garb, you're
Like clothing that you know, your Bruton clothing.
Yeah.
you're wearing your disguise now. So
No, I mean,
you
when
have the signet
when
ring
was this?
still, but
Yeah.
you don't wear that.
When was this meeting you was talking about? Long day?
They said that they had invited people. You're not sure when.
Okay. Fuck, I had to ask. Yeah. I will turn back to my normal clothes.
I'd like to do a grand reveal at the
No.
party.
I mean, that
But
was
that's-
still a party. It's a negotiation.
Yeah, something. It's nobles.
But less lives normally. Is it?
I mean,
Is it
but I will put on my cloak and I will disguise myself and I am walking through the city.
Everyone comes along because you ask them.
Yeah.
So you do.
But I put on my signet ring
Is
and
there
then I get my
anything
stuff.
anybody
out.
wishes to prepare before you do this?
Oh, a lot.
Weapons.
I mean, that may be a thing.
Monkey.
Really?
No, that's not.
Okay.
Spells.
I mean-
spells.
But you all.
I mean,
I'm
I
ready.
can
I'm
go
ready
monkey
to whoop
later.
some noble ass anytime.
I would say monkey is a pretty powerful political move.
If we
Big
don't-
argument, however, monkey.
However, monkey.
Monkey.
Okay. You all
Do you
approach
return to monkey?
the
I would
The
vote.
palace.
this beautiful castle that's been built on the cliff edge. Has this long stairway that leads towards it. You eventually make your way all the way up. There, at the guard post, you are halted.
As
You just keep.
Like these are not city guards. These are royal guards. They are dressed in this very fancy red and yellow garb, heavy plate armor, fully closed helmets.
with visors. They do go up when you approach, and they halt you.
They go, stop. Who is approaching?
And I like kind of reveal
Total.
myself.
There's 48.
The shepherd.
I have mine doubled by now.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I kind of let my clothes show and make my face known. And I'm like, I believe my family was.
I'm sorry, I do not recognize.
Angelina Burton.
It's from Burton.
Hey.
Yes, we
I
did
mean,
not.
I have the ring, obviously, like.
Yeah.
We did not expect arrival so soon, but it's good to know. And the entourage.
Action.
Friends.
And friends.
Advisors, friends, protection.
He kind of like confers with his colleague. They kind of talk.
It's a lot of things.
The other one kind of goes.
She's the smart one.
And look at Jira.
It's actually
Right.
These are the muscle.
We have heard of Angelina Burton traveling with a group. Is this group?
Yes.
Aye.
Well, as said, you are invited. We'll see how quickly the others arrive. Afraid, in the circumstances, we will require all of you to turn in any weaponry carried. Do not mind placing them before you. You simply inspect them. You can get them back once you leave the castle again.
Okay.
You're the weapon.
Can I bring my loot?
I don't
mean-
see a problem, I know.
I just have a couple of gauntlets.
Yeah. The other
Can I
guard
keep
can
my smithing tools?
make a persuasion check because that does have a hammer in it, which is a little.
I
bit...
mean, that's my war.
Okay, your warhammer
And from like a little smithing hammer are like they look different. One has more
of a purpose.
I mean, I used the warhammer for the smithing.
Well, yeah, but
Like,
go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I also have a bunch
I'll
of
say
javelins,
DC 15.
That was a goal. 12.
No.
You can keep the gear, but the hammer will have to stay.
That's the gear. That's good enough.
He
I will
takes.
just hold the loot and then I will turn in
Your
my.
quarterstaff will be requested as well.
Okay.
Zira has to turn in her acid blaster, her dagger.
Rapier dagger.
But can I still
Okay,
use my
don't.
magic even if I don't have?
Do
my-
you have a spellcasting focus?
Is that an amulet or ring or?
I mean-
your
I mean-
what's that?
Your quarterstaff is, but you also have a little other thingy,
Yeah.
and you have the blood vial.
Yeah.
You have the blood vial that's a
That's the reason why I
spellcasting
keep
focus.
my
You
loot.
have the little shard that's a spell. You have enough spellcasting focus. I think.
Okay, so I still will be able to use magic.
You just
okay.
can't whack
Great
people with a
weapon.
stick. You also have daggers, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, but I will turn
That's
them
one.
in.
Yeah. So you all turn all your weapons in.
Bunch of javelins.
Hand axes, I think.
Yeah, one hand axe. The other one is gone.
Hand axe. Yeah, the one you threw through a portal.
Yeah.
The monkey note.
Or the monkey note.
Right.
You'll
enter.
And you guys arrive relatively early in the day.
You want me to hand in these
At one
guns?
point, you are
You are shown
to like a group room for like up to 6 people to stay in.
A groom.
Well, that's easy.
and
because
at
we're
one,
not
at one
far.
point there is a knock at the door.
As you guys are just sitting there, just. I'm sorry, Lady Burton.
That was quick.
Are you in there?
I will open the door.
Standing outside is a man you recognize. A
Very old, like in his 70s, an older human, which has always been the right hand man of the king. He's like personal servant.
I'll bow a little.
You know him as Alfredo.
Alfredo. Okay.
He stops and he goes,
Lady Burton, upon your quick arrival, we have sent messages to all the others and have provided transportation. If you and your troop are ready, advisors and whatnot, we can
Begin negotiations.
That's quick.
Is ready as ever after me.
Funny. He begins to lead you.
At one point, you hear in like the castle is quiet. There's a very bare minimum amount of servants. Not that many guards. There is no like additional people of the court there because it's just not that jovial of a time. You hear in the distance as you're walking, kind of
Sounds of teleportation circles.
Are there like portraits, like paintings of rulers? So who's this bozo?
If you ask, Alfredo will like point all of them out without getting irritated. And then he
I didn't mean it in
the current ones hanging there are all the previous Bordeaux leaders, which does not go all the way back to the time of to Genovan rule, which is the ones who started the country. At one point they were overthrown, and now the Bordeaux.
Believe it.
So how come you know all that, Alfredo?
Because I have
Spent all my life in this castle.
Ah.
Servant of the royal family.
So you got an education for that, or?
It's pretty cool.
as part of knowing the history of the country.
To understand its past, to be able to advise and help in the creation of its future.
Is there like a ruler that was there when I was a child?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember people.
It's like, what? How many generations ago?
Not that old.
You are.
He passed shortly after I was born. Yeah.
Continues.
I mean, he was a good ruler.
Eventually, you guys all reconvene.
There's this large,
this large pentagonal room.
with a table of the country in it, and on it you see, like placements, or there's not currently set up, but there are. This is a war table. It has the country on it, roads, like the armies, like little.
I don't know. The things, the fucking puppet things that they put on the thing. You know what I mean?
The thing on the
They're
thing.
like
Yes.
ready to the side, but the table has been cleared.
And there are seats
At
at
every side, for
each one of the rulers to sit on, and there's next to Emil there are a couple of advisors. Alfredo joins him as well. You see the same. Rosemary is also there.
they all.
Who's
You see,
Rosemary?
that's the paladin of
Oh,
Kel.
yeah, okay. Sorry.
The other tables, one of them is occupied by your brother, and only your brother, who's sitting currently like kind of slouched down looking at the ground as you approach. Next to him on the right side would be Lady Davidon. Right of her would be the Dathuns. Continue, you have the Sutons, which you guys both have seen him a bit over half a year ago.
Bit of a larger man, massive mustache, very happy. He is.
Gaunt. He looks like
He looks near skeletal.
to an unsettling degree.
Unsettling.
With a higher passive, you would know that this was probably as cause of a
Very large lack of nutrition.
Half a year.
Then continuing after that you have Emil, and then it's yours again. Your brother is currently like sitting down. He's a little. Your brother was always like very much like your dad, very proud, very up and out there. He's currently kind of like just out of it, seemingly.
Okay. I will sit. I mean, there are only
He's sitting on a chair. There's no other chair.
Chairs on.
No other chairs.
Just sit on the table. Just like
If you wait a moment though, a chair for you is provided to
Yeah.
sit kind of next to him. He kind of like sits down. He's like staring ahead. He's not. Although you sit next to him, he does not acknowledge.
Do that.
Like almost as if he's not even there, really.
Still, I'm a bard. And
As the room comes to a
I'm
quiet,
also not acknowledging him, by the way.
he's not ignoring you.
No, but he doesn't.
He's not. You're not even sure if he knows
mean,
that you're
she's-
there.
No, so I will
She's sitting
also
like-
not
Yeah.
show.
Being all serious, like.
Emil gets up from his chair, and he goes, I think we all know why we're here. To discuss the future of this country. And the way we are to proceed. You see,
Lady Davidon is like saying
a little bit back, on the seat of the Dathrunes, you don't have Lord Dathrun himself, because he's currently at the siege of Krakion. You see his oldest son, which is very much like his dad. He's like an ugly man, just a disheveled face. He seems there's quite a bit of scarring on him. Like he's seen some stuff. Like very greasy, loose hair. It's not a pleasant man to look at, but at the same time a little intimidating. And as Emil begins to speak, he kind of leans forward and goes, "What are you doing?"
There's a knock over there.
But it wasn't.
No.
Sorry. Go on.
As Emil begins to speak, the son of Lord Dathrun goes, I think it's pretty clear where this is all going. If we continue on this route, I think it's only fair that the strongest may emerge. And Lady Davidon is kind of like sitting back, she's kind of like keeping an eye on everything. Emil goes, well, I am not sure if that's the best way to go about this. But I'd like to hear from the Bretons. Suddenly, after more than a year and a half,
after claiming to have had the crown, we hear that they have it.
but chose not to reveal it till very late, with a sheer lack of presence of Serfucher.
How did the crown
Come to be in your position, your family. At that point, Frederick is kind of like looks up, kind of like almost like he wakes up,
he kind of begins to notice
things, and notice you confused.
Because the one Serfucher trusted gifted my father the crown.
And who may this have been? Was this on Serfucher's orders to give it to Serfucher?
Apparently Serfucher gave the order to give it to the person who was in the eyes of the most trusted one, to give it to the one they believed would be the right ruler of this country.
At that point, these
Lord Dathrun.
goes,
I don't see any understanding in that.
if that was true,
Oh, how long? Why would it take so long to get it there?
I
I
think
think somebody stole it from him and just brought it out in their hour of most desperate need.
How would someone be able to steal it from Serfucher? We all knew the man. We
We've
all
all
knew.
heard rumors.
Like what?
I was certain someone came looking.
at my father's behest, somebody was carrying something valuable.
And suddenly,
A couple months later, it's your family that
shows up with the crown.
You wanna know what I was looking for?
tell me.
And I roll out the portable hole.
Get a chili in there.
They're looking for.
Don't look at that one.
That's not right.
And but I keep it rolled. My group and I have been sent on many missions. And we were looking for something quite, maybe not valuable, but something that could help us with our travels. And, well, we obtained this thing. And I roll it out. You see, for an adventurer like me, this could be very valuable. I would advise you not to look in it because, I mean, you could. That's why I opened it, but
There's a couple of like guards that kind of like look in and go,
What's the play?
Yeah.
you see,
What is
we needed this for another mission,
No, not the body though.
and that's why it's very valuable to us. The person we were looking for, who fits the description your father told us about, he had this on him. And this was the valuable thing. Get it?
and who was the one to eventually give the crown?
We all know you were close with Zephyr. If it was not you, then who?
I do not know. To be honest, because I was briefly home, as you know, but
Your brother is sitting next to you, kind of like.
He leans over and he goes, and you did not have it. When we started fighting, we did not have it.
oh, that's true. And I do not know who gave it to him. I was briefly home.
Deception check, by the way. You're lying to a big group.
Baby, come on.
That's a lot of dice.
Just tell the truth.
Inside check.
Embrace it.
Just kind of get a gauge.
No, that's 8. So no.
8?
Yeah.
You see,
Lord Sutton is kind of like just out of it. He's paying attention, but he is not involving himself in the conversation. That woman kind of backs off, but is like hesitant. Emil is trying to keep just an overview of the room, kind of keep it civil. Lady Davidon sees right fucking through you. She just peers into your soul from the other side, like the long black dress she's wearing, just sitting there quietly, staring at you.
You see, I know my father is not the best man. He has a short temper, but we all have to admit he has been loyal to our former king. He is a smart man, and I do believe with a little help from maybe the other nobles, he will be able.
Lady Davidon at this point cuts in, and he goes, "If he simply required our help, how come that he decided to attack Sire? With plans on probably conquering the rest of Genova. I do not have a problem with the man, but when he chose to out himself like that, how can we trust somebody who escalated a problem like this?" And Emil kind of steps forward and he goes, "It is to understand that if he was truly in possession of the crown and it was truly given to him, that he had the right to rule Genova. But the way he went about it, I do not understand."
I agree. That's why I told you my father made mistakes. He is not the best man, in my opinion. As everyone here probably knows, I often disagree with my father.
yeah,
And
no
he
shit.
often disagrees with me. If you would let me speak, please.
Our people would never accept someone like that
I
to
understand.
rule this country. Lady Davidon kind of goes, "My people would have a hard time accepting such a truth as well." Lord Sutton tries to stand, but he has a cane to his side. He kind of like pushes himself up and he leans like on the table. Goes, "Whatever the future of this country holds, all that was going on has to stop. The Britons were not the first ones to take action in this. Yes, the first ones to fight. He kind of like looks over at Emil. The other people took action first. Emil kind of goes. We had to put a stop to civil unrest. And Suton kind of cuts in, going a little angry at this point. He goes, "You blockaded my port.
You stopped
Travelers
from getting to my cities.
and made my people starve."
You see, and this is why everyone here on this table has made mistakes.
Lady Devlin cuts in immediately. I do not think I did.
Most of us, excuse me.
I was patiently waiting out this conflict. But I was invaded. Then another attacking force I allowed through my lands, causing more havoc. And kind of like she shoots like an angry glance over the Death Room boy, going, raiding more than they should have.
You are correct.
He can like
Looks down and he goes, "We had to retaliate on
But
behalf of your people."
a lot of people, let me put it this way, a lot of people, including myself, have made mistakes in this situation. And unfortunately, by the rules of Genova, it is whomever has got the crown is the one who will lead this country.
that is what we all heard.
Emil cuts in. We all heard that my brother had given the crown to his beloved friend, who would make the right decision for this country. He disappeared.
For over a year and a half, he disappeared.
We do not know where he was. Knowing
Need for that revelation. Not ousting it.
led to this problem. If he were to be more decisive, this would not have been a problem. Catherine kicks in. I don't even know where he is right now. And he still hasn't shown his face to confirm the story that the Britons are supposed to own this crown. And after all this time, I don't know if anybody would accept it.
Enough! Give the guy a chance! Come on! It's not like one of you has done something about this.
George, please.
What do you want me to do?
I mean, they do need to hear this, because...
Come on, you people! You see something has to happen, and you are waiting for someone who you think has the crown. Well, you can also do something yourself.
Lady Davidon comes in and goes, I mean, there was
Somebody who took action eventually and set his sights on my city. I do not think that gifting the crown to somebody who is trusted to give it away to his choice of the next ruler of Genova was a bad choice by the previous king. But Serfisher's absence has caused problems. My people have suffered because of those choices of him for over a year. No stable rule. They have gotten accustomed to expecting my house to make the right choices. And that room goes, yeah, I think the same goes for my people. They're just content in the way that things are. Our rule's firm. We're winning, for crying out loud. Suton goes, we have only suffered because of it. Only suffered. I do not know what the right choice is, but my people need an end to this conflict.
Matter what rule.
Let me put it this way. My father sent me here and gave me the assignment to make sure.
Do you believe in it, girl? That one cuts in. Do you believe that your father and could really run all of this? Bring the country back from the pit of despair that it's currently in, and restore things as it's supposed to be. We cannot split up. We all know that if all we do is divide in our separate own little world, whatever comes from the wildlands will eventually destroy us all. The Dutchman cuts in. And you're welcome, by the way, that we kept them away for so long. Emil.
Yeah, I'm wrong, by the way, NG, but your father allowed you to be lenient in negotiation.
Emil steps forward
Necessary.
and goes, as a testament to this revelation, yesterday, when I announced it, people of Renville,
They were not happy.
I
There has
do
been
believe-
some casualties. I do not know if the people here will once again accept another ruler, and I am
disappointed,
by my brother's lack.
certainty.
All of you have to understand that no matter who gets the crown, some people will disagree, will be angry, will protest. Besides that, I do believe that my father, like any of you, has a chance. And if he could take it, he will bring this country back and maybe even better it as what it was.
The Dothrun quickly go, like, there's a couple quick ones. Dothrun comes in and he goes, I don't think your father can restore anything. He couldn't even restore his own city. We're about to take it. And if we do, who says that we can't rule the country? Suton, who still remains standing, goes, I will not allow for this turmoil to continue any longer. We have to find a solution here, today, and now. Lady Davidon, who's sitting back, goes, a lot of this has just been going on and on all around me. And I want to be rid of this uncertainty. Emil thinks to himself for a moment. Speaks.
For a year and a half, we have all ruled our own
Little corners of this country relatively well. Some decisions made by certain individuals were wrong, but they cannot be reversed.
I don't think that the generation of my brother will propel this country
Into a future that can sustain itself. Something has to change from the status quo.
I stand up, and there's like little bit of dancing lights flickering because if I say, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I have spoken with Serfoucher. I have traveled.
So you're lying to us then?
No. I did not. I was saying to you that I know where he is now. I know where Serfoucher is.
Why doesn't he come out here and fix this whole shebang?
Because you have to understand something. I mean, to be honest, I do not know if he is still alive right now. Serfoucher, at the moment, as of my knowledge, is with a secret group who tries to keep him alive. But he is wounded. He is sick.
Poison.
My friend here, Zira, and I point to Zira, has been working on an antidote for him. All I know is that he gave someone else the instruction to give this crown to someone. And to my understanding, they did. And in my opinion, I have to say that my father stands an equal chance with everyone on this table. No, he did not make the right decisions. But neither did all of you. All of you could have done something. I mean, you could have maybe talked it out. And I know that it's hard. And I know my father made the wrong decision by attacking. But don't tell me that all of you were so smart about how you handled this situation in this country.
Emil goes,
I agree with you that none of us made the right choices. Not you.
Not your father. Not you. Even those who decided not to act.
Allowed our country to dissolve into turmoil.
So your father escalated it.
Don't think he is the only one at fault. Everybody knows about the strained relationship between him and
His youngest daughter. Why are you defending him?
Because when I went home,
You were losing.
saw my family, and it hurted my heart deeply that I could not have been here, and in that I have made the wrong decision for not being there for my family. To make up for my mistakes, my father approached me and asked me to do this for him, and I felt like I owed it to him, because I also made a lot of mistakes in the past months.
But in the same way, Lady Abaddon, in the same way that we have all acted relatively poorly, you have come to understand that yourself could have made different choices.
Thanks.
Emil steps forward and goes, you are what
This country.
needs. People who have watched what happened here the past year and understand the mistakes made, understand how to not continue that in the future. I am afraid that if we all continue ruling this country the way we have, we will eventually turn it to a pile of mush. May I suggest? Hard for anyone to accept any individual as a king. Every corner of our country has nationalized themselves in the eye of the ruling house that was before merely in-betweens from them and the royal family. I don't think any one person has a crown can properly lead us into a next future. But there are good minds within our families, people that know how to rule. I learned from my brother what I could, because he did not have anything to pass on to a son or daughter. Lady Davidon, I know for you it has been difficult. She nods. And Lord Sutton, I am familiar with the fact that your children have kept your country running in your absence. I suggest you act with the will of Serfucher and thus the will of my late brother. My brother stepped away and made the wrong choice in not being clear. Your father made the wrong choice in attacking first. Your father in retaliating, looking at the Death Ring. Your absence in this conflict, Lady Davidon, has made us all weak. Not to your passive action have led to the decimation of your people. I suggest now a gathering of every important nobility within this country, that we, for the first time in a long time, make the right choice. I don't think your father will easily be accepted among the people. We can try, but the civil war might continue. You've seen how unresting this place can be. I don't think anyone else could either. But you have a good mind. Good heart. What if you select a younger member of every house to function a council within Rainville to collectively bring this country into a new future? Davidon, your successor would have to be chosen at some other time, I'm afraid. But I don't know if our generation should continue ruling this. Not the way we have. We can try it your way, Lady Angelina. But your father has been a man that's difficult to deal with, as we all have experienced. I think you feel that way too. You came here on behalf of a man that you have problems with, and defended him even through your own uncertainty. You have the right intention, just maybe not the right means. If we can all agree here that the rulers who brought this country into problems would step down, allows a new generation to follow them up as a collective, I think we have a much brighter future ahead of us.
I agree.
And leans back. Lord Titon, relatively quickly compared to the rest, goes, if it ends what has been happening. I agree. He sits down. Lady Davidon kind of thinks to herself and goes, I would need some time if you would all allow me to find the right successor. You know that Lady Davidon is a widower, no children. The Dathrun kind of he's thinking to himself very deeply.
Son, right?
The son.
Yeah, so he would be one of the...
Yeah, so you see him contemplating. For those with a decent wisdom, a decent passive insight, you see him kind of debate whether I can rule now as the head of the thing, but I'm fucking over my dad. You see him think he's thinking very deeply.
Just do it, kiddo. Yeah. He's rolling it.
Yeah. I think it's a smart idea. And to the bloodshed, right?
I believe, indeed.
Great yourself, Keith. My man.
that when
Well, that's how you fuck over royalty.
this next generation will rule together, not separately, and all equally. Indeed, this country will be able to evolve into a thriving, beautiful, stable, and rich country. So yes, on behalf of my father,
Like, as you're kind of talking, saying this, or continue first.
I will agree.
As you say
Say that, your brother kind of leans over and he goes, "Hi." Sorry. Emil stands up. My brother made the wrong choice. So did some of you. I will take the place of my eldest, which when he comes of age, will immediately be given my seat on this council. Lord Suton goes,
my oldest son.
"I'll take mine." Dathrun goes, "Yeah." Lady Davidon kind of
I don't know, I kind of like
nods and goes, "I will require
kind of like
a year
Before I can
to
give
give
up.
up my seat."
Until then, I do believe that, like,
Lord Suton.
yeah, like Lord Sedon, you could rule or take part of this council until you found the
Lord oh, sorry. Emil has a younger son. Too young to
yeah,
rule.
So he will keep his seat until that one comes of age.
yeah.
Lord Suton will give it to his eldest son right now.
Oh yeah,
Dathrun is like, yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Davidon is a widower and has no children, so would need to find a decent replacement.
Then you have you guys who
Frederick is like now paying attention to the whole thing.
I do believe that in council with new generation, it is still possible for one who don't have a successor to take part of this council for the time they need to find successor.
Emil goes, "And of course, we all understand that if we are to rule from here, we cannot be here always. I think it's also become clear that those who rule are not always the best ones to be in these negotiations. So if you have somebody who can speak on your behalf, it can suffice as well."
I agree.
And everybody kind of gets up at the same time. Emil kind of lays his hands like flat down on the table.
and he goes, I hope
With the ending of this
meeting could finally return peace to our country. We can all go home
live freely.
without fear. Everybody, like,
Like most of the other ones can go, aye. Aye.
Freddy, who can like
Now turns to you. Like he turns to you, wants to begin to speak.
but turns back and like, looks at Lady Davidon, who's sitting there, and just looks at him
Just nods.
and looks away.
Frederick turns back at you and he goes, and he gets up from his chair. And he's a little taller than you. And he kind of like, he has a hard time standing, similar to Lord Sutil, but not as bad. And he kind of like falls into you, hugs you. Goes, I wasn't sure if I would ever see you again. It's been so long. It's quite the fashion in which to return.
Yeah, I wish it was under better circumstances.
They were right, Godfather.
He's not the
He
right.
did
Not
not.
act right. Shouldn't have sent me us out there to do this. Wasn't right. Does that mean that that's what that means,
I
right?
would have to. I mean, I know father would want to, but I mean, you're not the only.
There are parts of me who
Need to fill that role. But I might need some time to be comfortable away from home.
Don't-
You've handled this beautifully. I'm sorry, I did not. I was always. You know,
seemed
just trying to live up to Dad's expectations, and it's difficult. And you were given this power and did not act in the way that I would have, and I never understood why. But I understand that
everything that
Father says was not right.
I'm glad you can see that now, and I'm glad you didn't.
Needs to find their own way of doing things, but need to pick up advice here and there when need. I think I have a lot to learn from you.
in the meantime was this
Transition is happening. Can you be my replacement here? If the time allows you to, I don't know. What's the necessities are going to be if you can have someone to stay, maybe a youngest, but I think whenever possible you should be part of this somehow.
I will see what I can do, but as you see, I'm not alone.
Otherwise we get the youngest, he's practically you without the magic. You can take your place whenever you're gone, right?
I believe that Francis is smart.
But a little stupid.
Maybe not that smart as well. He can learn.
And who is, sorry, I did not, hi,
Hey.
Hello.
small,
people.
why did you bring a baguette in here?
Croissant.
The
I have
snacks.
Yeah, go for it.
The snacks are great. I don't know what this is, but it's great.
We call it a croissant.
You,
Let me introduce you.
Yeah.
the five of you get to know him a little bit, and he is a combination between Angie
Yeah.
and
His father.
the dad.
Yeah.
With a lot of his beliefs being that way, but his that's much more nurture than his nature. You guys get to know him relatively well. He's an okay guy. He was not doing too well in prison. He eats a lot in. No, he's like I think he's a starving bruh. He eats a lot. And he's like happy to be free again. You meet some of the other lords and ladies, some of them that recognize you, Lord Suton. And the Dathrun at one point comes up to you and he goes, "You're pretty smart," and then leaves.
I think he likes you.
Like 10 years older than you.
I grab your hand and I squeeze it.
But Frederick will remain in the palace for now until he's ready to travel again. But if the affairs are set in order, and most of them kind of like scatter to their own corners again to
Yeah.
reveal this information to their people.
As we head out the room, I wanted to say to George, like, I expected a fight. That's a shame.
Have you looked at these people?
Well, there
They're
was
not
a
gonna
fight.
I
I mean, but not with swords.
It's a fight with words, not with swords.
boring fight.
Emil
Have we
also kind of
established
stops you.
communism?
I think we are. What is communism?
Emil kind of stops you when you walk out,
It's our country.
and he goes, "For this to work, I think we need to not just unite all of our families, but we need to unite the people again. Tell your brother as well, but I think it would be good to host a festival. Something to invite everyone from every corner of Genova and really show that we are not divided anymore. We'll begin preparations for something in beginning of spring. I think it would be good if you were there as well. That your brother will be taking up the mantle of your father. Well, a lot of this was you as well. If you find Sir Foucher, help him.
We're trying to.
He's old and
It's not in good
I
shape.
could send him a message.
maybe just check in.
No, then do that.
It might actually be good, yeah.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So,
What do I tell him? What do I ask him?
I mean,
Hey,
just ask him
Sir.
if he's okay.
Hey, Foucher. Fouché.
Should you do that to self-share, or should you do that to one of the leaders? Of...
I mean, you could do it to self-share.
Well, if I do it to Sir Foucher, we know for sure whether he is alive or not.
yeah, okay.
I wish you and the big five.
Good times.
Thank you.
Until next time.
Like a lot of the nobles also kind of stay and start converging with one another, like speaking of things, and the tone of the super.
Like when you arrived was very tense and like fighting could break out. Then it kind of
Shifted to this awkward like fighting between one another, like you know, you kind of know what I mean, right?
to the and now
It has this weird change of
What
like
I've been doing.
they ended a conflict after 1.5 years, and it hasn't been Warren's known for a long time, so this is very new to most of them. But they're all like in a jovial state.
Yeah.
You'll all return to the Blue Lady eventually, and
Don't ask about
you guys eventually settle back into your
day to day. Frederick, amongst the rest of your stay there,
checks in with you. He
the next couple of weeks he is doing better.
I will, by the way, inform my dad, or does he do?
I mean, the mage is there. He's like the in between.
Yeah, I'll talk to the mage and
Hey, yo, mage,
relay
we
the
just
message.
After
established communism.
after the next 5 weeks, at the end of the next 5 weeks, this change has been announced. Once again, you guys are present, where Emil presents everything, the plan that's been set up with the new leaders.
and although there is a little bit of unrest,
There's people who are confused, like,
so we won, but not really. The general consensus is kind of like,
Everyone was.
so is it over? Like people are kind of like distrusting.
but the jovialness of the ending of the Civil War takes over the city in the last few weeks, especially the very last week where you make a ton of money, whereas kind of like
That's
life returns back into the city.
Explains a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
It becomes livelier. Eventually there's no new not the army gets disbanded, but a lot of, like, at one point people begin returning home from service, stuff like that.
So in general, a very.
Happy tone.
Time.
Also, my
You
pops. and
when
my-
did
You sent your letter again at the beginning, right?
At the beginning, yeah.
You would have gotten
Gotten a letter back.
everyone is doing well, but that they have not yet returned at that time,
That they're happy that Jillian is okay.
and that they hope that you'll find yourself well eventually and return your way back home.
Don't say anything to worry about.
A couple
right?
of
2 weeks after the announcements were made,
Don't say something
you
bad.
receive another letter
letter.
that all your family members have returned home and are well.
As their service merely contained to
The the provisions of
Smith's work.
and tinkering work. And they were in one of the most passive and untouched areas of Genova. So all is well. They hope that you're still doing okay. Hope they hear something back from you at one point.
No, George is intending to revive Jillian at the village.
Oh yeah, right.
Eventually,
I mean, for now she's still alive.
Yeah.
But know what you're setting up to.
She'll die
Eventually,
later.
your 9 weeks comes to a close, and every now
and
and
again, you've met Theodore, and he's checking in with how you're doing, and he's like, I found this amazing place. And he starts speaking about
restaurants and about
massage places and entertainment places, and it's the whole
I
shebang.
thought that dude from the Rutron something was irritating, but then I remembered, oh yeah.
Which one?
Theodore. Yeah.
One of the nobles.
Oh, the throne.
That room. I was like, but with
So-
Theodore,
It was absolutely amazing. So we're leaving tomorrow, but how will we go? I'm assuming that all preparations were to be done by you. Do we have a ship or horses?
A few things. First of all, I will sending Sir Foucher.
Yeah.
Message. Massage.
No, I'm not a
Massage.
massage. That is not this. That's not. I don't have that spell.
massage. Two
So
floating hands
Fouché.
appear, Mr. Massage.
For shares one word.
Foucher. How are
I'm gonna.
Hey,
we? have delivered the crown, and everything went exactly as we didn't expect.
we established.
Dear George Whalen Jr.
So for-
you get back.
You get back the mental message. Personally, not doing very well. What solution did you come to? What did you choose?
I just gotta real quick.
So, they chose to have the youngest of each family rule as a consul. I know, very weird, probably won't work, but they're all joyful. Ish. Meh.
That is good to hear. I hope it works out for them. I hope that it brought you not too much trouble.
Thank you.
I can rest easy.
I send the messages to Sir Foucher.
Did he respond?
Well, yes, he did.
Oh, that's good.
He angry?
How would he be angry?
Well, I didn't say that you gave the crown to your father. I just sort of said we gave the crown and yada yada yada. And now you're a council and no longer a kingdom. I don't
It's-
know how it works.
Yeah.
Are you still? I don't know. Either way, he's dying.
Well, we know that.
I know, but he sounded extra.
Extra dying.
He sounded
It sounded a little extra, okay.
Yeah,
I've been working on that. I don't know if it worked yet.
Yes, well, he didn't sound too good, but
Yeah.
I think he can well rest assured now, knowing that it's fixed in a sense.
That doesn't sound too good, though.
Though, if you have a cure, I don't know what the guy is. Honestly, I've already burned 2 spells with him. Anyway, I'm gonna message her the elven friend on the boat.
I mean, Jean is in Rainville.
You can also look him up if you want to.
I'm gonna message him, John. This is George Whalen Jr. from the Soul Forge.
Fuck.
The guy who gave you the boat. Remember us? The Big Five. Meet the ship. We're in the Mainville. Thanks.
He goes, oh,
The first part of the was just greeting him.
Sure, I will head back to shore. I'll see you there. Thanks for the boat. I can bring you somewhere if you want, if you need. Do you? There, that's where it ends.
That was you.
That was my stomach.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a boat.
Nice.
Alright. We were going to.
Be picking this up again
Yes.
That's where we're going to be ending it for tonight. We'll be picking this up again
on the 1st of January.
Yay!
Hopefully,
with a cherry at the table.
and then we'll go through her downtime, see what she did, and then we'll jump into you guys leaving with John.
So,
Yeah.
with that, thank you all for coming out.
Chloe's gone, that's fine. Thank you all for coming out, whether you watched it on Twitch or you watched it on YouTube. We'll be back again in 2 weeks. Next week's Christmas, so no game. But the week after that, we'll be back again. So thank you all for coming out, and we will see you in the next one.
We'll
Goodbye.
see you tonight. In 2 weeks.